Hey, everybody. We're here to hobby and hang, Trevor and myself. And what do you got over there, Trevor?
I've got the new box. The new Horus Heresy box with all the Mark III armor, the Dorito Dreadnought, and...
Got it. I got it.
I was like, I think I'm going crazy finally.
Yeah.
And a big old Land Raider, which I haven't built the new Proteus. I have never owned a Dorito Dreadnought. So this is a bunch of stuff that I wanted. I just got it. Oh, whoops. How is this? Oh, I need a knife. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah. You're there. You got it.
This is another really nice box, too. To go full, like... what is it? What's the trend that, you know?
What, the box opening?
Yeah, the box. Yeah, to go with the true box opening trend. The box is awesome. I carry all my models in these Horus Heresy big boxes.
You do love doing that.
Yes, I have almost a dozen now. But okay, cool. So we got a bunch of round bases.
Yep. What do you got?
This is looking like the same Sergeant equipment sprue, so no thunder hammers. But really cool. I really like the Power Fist, Lightning Claw, and sword. The sword looks really cool in this box. Yeah, it's like it's actually got like a hard, like it looks like a cross kind of.
Yeah, this is what came in the other box I have.
Yep,
so
it's the same one.
It's the same, yeah.
So it's the same sprues here. I think we've got, it just gives us one special weapon sprue.
Okay.
So enough for, what is it? Oh, wow, this has a lot of different. So it's 5 flamers, rotor cannons.
Oh, rotary cannon, okay.
Plasma guns.
Oh, that's the weapon upgrade.
2 sizes of Volkites.
Okay.
So yeah, 5 different special weapons at 5 each. Dang, that's
But no hand flamers?
No hand flamers. That's in the I think that must, for plastic, it's only in the jet bike squad.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is not bad. This looks, okay, so here's the actual meat and potatoes, the guys themselves.
Yeah.
This looks very similar to the Mark VI with one, okay, we'll get there. One thing automatically better already. You know what that is?
No idea.
The shoulder pads are all one piece.
I love it.
Not having
so
to
small
glue
favor
them.
there.
Yeah, small wins where you can. I don't know what these little things are though. I'll have to look at the instructions.
As you're going through the instructions,
that they look like they're the wrist gauntlets. That's what it is. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, there's like a really.
Oh yeah,
that's I think that's what it is because only the support arm has the wrist gauntlet.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't mold that.
Yeah, the armor looks good.
Oh,
though.
You know what it is? It's probably to help because it goes over the hand. It probably helps with the special weapon sprue.
Okay.
That was not built for the Mark IIIs because they were built for like Mark VI. I mean, they're all compatible, but
yeah.
Okay, so geez, how many legs we got here? We got 1, 2. Oh, geez, count the fronts. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4.
Oh no,
1, 2, 3 guys per one. 4 guys. Geez, I don't know how to count. I think there's 30 in this box.
Oh, okay.
I gotta lift this up and look. It is.
I think there's 30 guys in there.
Yeah, 30 Mark III tacticals.
So which isn't bad, but I mean, this is great for somebody who's still new to the game and all that, right?
Yeah, you know, you're not getting this. You're not getting. It's what is it? It's like what the main starter is like over 300, or it's right at 300.
Yeah, right about 300.
But so it's like if you don't know, you don't get the rule book.
Yeah.
You get a smaller tank.
Yeah.
And instead of Terminators, you get a Dreadnought and special weapons.
Yeah.
This is great for almost any kind of supplemental force. Like, even for me, like, if I just need something for my World Eaters, which I definitely do not, I could always, even then, I could still use a 5th Land Raider. There's nothing bad about that. Well, it probably is, but there's nothing inherently bad.
Sure. Let's see here.
4, 5, 6, okay. Alrighty.
Let's go.
So, we've got the vehicle. This is the Land Raider. Oh, I like, whenever I see tanks, I love seeing big pieces.
Oh, yeah?
I hate it when they're like a billion little ones.
Yeah.
The Dreadnought is a lot of sprues. Oh no, that's for the tank.
There should be, the Dreadnought has like 3 different weapon layouts, right?
Yes.
So it should be.
Whoa, the chest piece thing is cool here.
Yeah.
There's a blank one with the Aquila on it, and then another with like a, I think technically it's probably Unification War honors.
Okay.
But it looks like it's a 6-pointed star with like thunderbolts and stuff. Looks kind of traitory.
I gotcha.
So this is the Dorito is 2 double-sided, like 4 sprues basically. That's not bad. That is worth it for like a $50 model. That's actually not a bad amount of models or sprues. And then the Land Raider is several sprues. Jeez, yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8 half sprues.
That's gonna be a long build.
That will. I don't know what I need a Land Raider for. The Blood Angels are getting a Spartan.
Oh, nice.
They might get 2. They might get 2 of both the Spartans I got. I don't know.
I got you. Okay.
But I don't know. This is quite a lot for $200.
Yeah, that looks like
this is a ton of models. Yeah,
we'll see if that box sells out or not, right?
Yeah, and it is a one-time run, which is unfortunate, but it's a good value. I think it's something like it's basically $100 free, so it's like only paying 2/3.
Do you feel like that's a good box for like beginner to get into the game of 30K, or do you think?
I think you know what, honestly, yes, because I'm a huge proponent of like buy the models first, then the rules.
Yeah.
Because you can have someone teach you the game or borrow the rules if you really want to just learn a game. And then worst case scenario, you have a bunch of really cool models that you can either, get rid of, or you can just have. Which I think that's honestly a perfect thing to do. Is I have games that I just have models for that I've never read the rules for them or for the game.
Well, I mean, if you got a, sometimes it's just great to collect a beautiful model, right? So
yep, exactly.
Have it as a display piece, practice skills on, whatever.
Yeah, or even if you're just into other games, like this is a good place to just practice and.
Oh yeah, let's keep these guys apart.
Okay, wow.
We got heavy weapons teams and all sorts of stuff in here.
Yeah, okay, this is the big fun thing. What are you working on? Because you've got a massive models over there too.
Yeah, so I'm working on my acolytes. These are like neophytes. Sorry, I'm still trying to master because they got acolytes, neophytes, and then they've got one more type that's like pure melee basically.
Okay.
And then of course they've got other stuff. So these are the neophytes. I've got 3 squads of them, and it's like 60 plus guys. So I've got
3 squads of 60 guys.
Yeah, so I've got to get them done.
You sound like me playing an army.
Yeah, these guys kind of hoard the board a bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Just trying to figure out what the heck we're doing here. So there we go.
Okay. All right. Keep the instruction manual.
Oh yeah.
Should probably keep that. I'm gonna finish up some terrain.
Those tanks and the big vehicles and stuff definitely require the building.
Yes,
manual.
Tanks are not as easy as they used to be, but the infantry, how they look a lot scarier than I think they really are with these like monopose stuff that everything's kind of going to. Because 40K is the same way, right? That like are a lot of those guys?
They're starting to move to monopose. These guys are an older kit, so they're not there yet.
They're not okay.
Like older in a sense, right? They are pretty new army for the most part, but their kits are not the push to fit stuff. So yeah, I guess I would say there's some of their models are though. So I guess there's that. This is another army that doesn't have a lot of choices for what you can field. But yeah, so Space Marine wise, they're all going push to fit, and it seems like the term.
They're push fit or monopose?
They're monopose push fit.
Oh wow, okay.
A lot of the Phobos and stuff are that way. So
that's.
Well, it's just
I don't know how I feel about. I mean, like it's all the same thing, right? Because if you're monopose, you might as well just be push fit, right?
Yeah. And it may be easier. It's easier for people to get building those at least, but their vehicles and stuff are not.
Here's one of my Prospero boxes that holds all my paints.
Nice.
I use all these Heresy boxes for everything.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Okay, let's finish some scatter terrain. So the kill team boards will be really cool.
Oh yeah. I might have to go backwards on this, I think.
Let's get some Nuln Oil Wash. That always makes things look better, right?
Yeah, Nuln Oil is a classic.
Nuln Oil makes the world go round.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It seems to be the joke, right? Put more Nuln Oil on it.
Yeah. Oh, this model doesn't look quite done yet. Oh, it just needs
a
Nuln Oil.
Often that is the case, which I think is funny.
Okay, let's see what we're gonna do with this guy.
Oh, this guy tricked me.
Did you see Doug's out there streaming, doing some hobby time too?
Oh, is he hobbying right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I was like, okay,
bastard.
Yeah, buddy.
Bastard.
Told us. Could have just hung out, but no, it's okay. It's okay. I still love him.
He's a good guy. Either way.
I was sad he couldn't go to the last event I went to.
Oh yeah, he was pretty sick. It sounds like.
Yeah, it sounded like. Yeah, which is better, especially because we were just a bunch of dudes in a hunting cabin all together.
Nobody wants to get COVID spread around just for funsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's see here. Get all this painted. My family and I were just been watching Suicide Squad and all that stuff for the movie.
Ooh, okay.
So that was a lot of fun. My wife had never watched the second one and really never watched the first, so we watched the second one because it's better before we go to watch the first one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I wasn't very impressed with the first one. I don't think I saw the second one.
So
either.
Here's the thing: the second one is directed by the same guy who directs the Marvel movies, like Thor and stuff, the ones that are funny.
Oh,
and so he put his style into it, and it's like a whole nother level.
Yep. See, and I didn't like that too much for Thor, but I think maybe for Suicide Squad it'd be a little.
Yeah, well, it's a mix of humor and seriousness all together, which I myself appreciate more. But he did a great job, and Thor, like the last Thor movie, I thought he did a great job on for sure.
Did he do the Love and Thunder or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you like that, then that's his style. So
I don't think I did see that one. Yeah.
That one had me cracking up. My girls were laughing so hard on that one because every time the goats screamed and stuff,
Yeah.
my daughters were like just rolling. So yeah, it's just too funny. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I'm just doing everything.
Yeah,
it's Nuln Oil. It goes literally everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, there's exceptions, but for the most part, not.
Nope, everywhere. The entire model.
Nope, exceptions.
This is terrain.
Oh, terrain.
Yeah, this is terrain. It goes.
Never
everywhere.
mind.
Yeah.
Well, if you're painting terrain, I'll grab you a couple more pieces to paint.
All right. Well, and that's kind of, I don't know, if people are. Well, I don't think anyone's hanging out right yet, but if you guys do pop in, that's one thing that I'm curious.
Or you see it after the fact.
Yeah, if you see it after the fact, I mean, like, do you guys want to see more terrain or just? I know armies is always an obvious, right? But it doesn't matter. Like, do you guys care? Because
yeah. Well, right now we've just been working so hard on the stream. We've got a lot of holiday stuff coming up and a lot of competition, so we're kind of backing off just streaming a little bit right now, and that. But we're gonna get back to it here soon enough. But we're just a little breather is always good. Change it up. Is my mindset. I think that'll be good. Yeah, I think that's the right answer. Okay, don't mind me. I'm trying to make decisions as I paint here and get this going.
That always is a good way to do it.
Yeah, well, these are different units, so they don't have to look just like their other ones I painted. So that is the plan. But it's kind of sad that they nerfed GSC a little bit because what they nerfed is their battle line units, which are usually the main thing in your army, and they got hit pretty hard.
Should be, at least.
Yeah, usually, right? So they did get hit a little bit.
That's too bad. I always hate seeing. I don't know. So it seems like there's two camps when it comes to army building.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it matters much for competitive, but I know in just fun play narrative games.
Sure.
People either are like I know guys that they're like, yeah, I brought no scoring units.
It's like, what?
They're like, yeah, I built my army to just, all I'm here to do is kill you. And I'm like, okay, I appreciate the violence, but, you gotta eat your vegetables too, man.
Yeah, you can't complain that you're losing if you don't bring anything that can win the game.
Well, yeah, and the guys that do that, they're not complaining that they lose. They're just...
Yeah, no, well, they might be.
They might.
They want you to bring the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, they just want... Which, trust me, it kind of makes me think, man, am I a poor World Eater player by bringing scoring units and not just the most killy stuff?
Yes.
I think I might be. I think I might be a bad World Eater.
We just got to get you over 40K where everyone's like, yeah, you're supposed to be scoring points, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna unleash the beast.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that again.
Oh, I can see the I can see the hate in you.
It was.
You have not completely ridden yourself from your hate.
No, it's not. It's not all gone.
Sorry, I'm doing the opposite of what Luke did. Where Luke was like, "I can see the good in you, Father." I'm like,
"No,
I can see the hate.
I see the hate.
Bring it forth.
Oh,
you will be so much more powerful."
I will be. And
I could use I could use a strong practice buddy.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
It'd be nice to bring out the bloodlust.
I mean, I do have guard. Guard are apparently
they can play the game.
I've heard that they're not terrible. So
there's a certain way to play them, where it's a mix of 2 big giant Dorn, some artillery, and some little troops
artillery as in 4 basilisks, because I have 4 basilisks and a
I
Manicore.
have to look at the point. Manicores were really hot at one point. I know that.
Yeah, I just don't know anymore.
Yeah, they've got several kinds of artillery pieces, so that's which is interesting.
Yeah.
So, but
all right.
Yeah.
These yellow barrels really need another coat.
Well, I like the fact that they can take like this little 60-point psyker and give a unit a 4-up invulnerable save. You have to pass.
Nice.
You have to pass the psychic test each turn. If you don't, then you get some mortal wounds for it. But you can just put the mortal wounds into the squad, so who cares, right?
Oh, they did change it to the psyker doesn't have to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So which is good. It goes into the unit.
They did that to Heresy in the 2nd edition. I thought that was... I guess it kind of makes sense because it's like the demons are reaching out at the whole unit, not just the psyker, right?
Yeah, in theory.
Like, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. This is looking good. I mismatched some... He's like, this side I don't wear a glove. This side I do.
This is my glove hand.
Yeah, I use this to smack people. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
If
yellow. Flash gets yellow.
There
or maybe, do you think... All right, so I got it like really kind of streaky yellow from the first coat.
Okay.
If I just put like a yellow wash on it, do you think it'll get rid of those streak marks or it'll just make it worse? You see how that is?
Oh.
I mean, it's pretty bad.
Well, you might as well try and see.
Yeah, let's at least try. It's just terrain.
Yeah, it's just terrain.
Yeah. Oh, maybe contrast. Yellow contrast.
Yeah, that would probably fill it in better.
Yeah, that would fill it in better. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer.
Right.
Some reason I just want to put red on this guy's pants. I'm like sidetracked. I'm like, don't do it. That's not what the plan was.
Oh, I forgot my tape. Okay.
There you go. But yeah, I met one guy. He went 2-1 at another an RTT I was playing at with his guard. He brought tanks galore and troops. And he only lost to me, so it wasn't too bad.
All right. Yeah, so it can't be that bad if I'm the only one that beats him.
Yeah, I mean, that's
losing
not so bad.
to me doesn't say much. Oh, that is not filling in the streaks at all.
Okay, so what do we got?
Okay,
well now you know.
Yeah,
well, so
I got to get real yellow out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to really hit it.
Yeah,
that's what happens when you don't cover that with like a Xandri dust first.
I just did them all metal or the lead vulture because I didn't know what color I wanted to make everything.
Oh, I got you.
And I was like, I got red, black, green, and I was like, I should get some yellow. I didn't want red barrels. Red barrels is so cliche.
Well, sure. But there you go.
Oh, here's the flash kit. Maybe I just need a darker yellow.
Something.
Maybe it's too bright.
Yeah, because the other choice is to go over it with a sunset yellow or whatever, something sunset, and then you can kind of tidy it up. But yeah,
sunset.
Yeah, it's I have it over here. Let me see if I can grab it.
I've got Uriel. Is it darker in this guy?
Here, I'll just grab it. It's right.
Okay.
I literally have it over here, so it should.
Oh yeah, watch that.
Yeah, this one right here. It's a base coat too, so it'll be thicker. But
maybe that'll just help, just having an actual base one. Okay.
Yeah, because the other ones are good edge highlights, but not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I think he gave me a new one.
It might be.
Uh-oh.
Could be brand stinking new.
Uh-oh.
Because I paint in yellow all the time. I hope it's not dead, like dried up, but...
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, is it gone?
It's pretty gone.
Oh, let's see if I have another one. That's the only problem.
It was sealed, though. It was sealed new, though.
Yeah, that's
weird.
Yeah, I'll leave that there, because that is a new one. I'll just let JCD and Hobby know, and then they'll be good. Here's this airbrush version of it.
Well, that's not going to be thick enough, right?
You have to do more than one coat.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to just do one more.
No, I know.
This guy.
Here's this one, base coat wise.
Okay.
That one I've.
Okay. So. All right, one more chance.
Boom.
Yeah, I've got some other colors on there. Oh, this feels a lot more liquid.
Okay. Yeah. So we should be okay now.
All right, thank you. Yeah, that looks. It is darker, but I think it'll.
Yeah, I think
getting the job done.
Yeah, better than what it currently looks like. So.
Yeah. Ooh, this is like mustard. Oh yeah, no, this is already covering better. Jeez.
Yeah, base coat always better choice. Just yellow is just so hard to get it to coat well. You can't mess around with it.
No, you can't. No.
So
usually everything that I have painted yellow is covered up by blood. So the actual, it just hasn't mattered much.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's gonna get cover back up.
Yeah.
Let's just do this.
Some of this, we're just gonna treat that as a full sleeve, and then that'll be fine.
Oh yeah, when you're painting models, you're like, oh, I don't know.
Sometimes you can't tell if this is like a continuation or
what? Like some of the there is a little bit of lack of detail in places that aren't like, where it's not needed, like under, like in their crotch or something.
Yeah.
And so, you just got to say, whatever.
I'm gonna have to go back through all these guys and put more red on them, but that's fine. Red was because once I get all the red done, then it's all the shoulder pads and elbow pads and stuff are gonna be blue, and then once I get that done, there's not a lot left besides lead belcher and some shading and some dry brushing.
So I guess with the Genestealer cults, this is something that I'm just ignorant of.
Sure.
Do you choose like a hive fleet for them or
not now? Like so, in 9th edition, you could pick several options of sub-factions. Yeah. There was the Rusted Claws, there was the Cog, there was the Twisted Helix.
Okay.
And they all had little stories about them. And then there was even the followers of the One Eye, who so that was.
Oh, like of Old One Eye?
Old One Eye.
Oh.
And so that's my favorite running joke is they worship the One Eye. So I love it, and it just makes you laugh. But
oh my gosh.
So what's interesting about the Twisted Helix group is they chose to fall or become corrupted, if you will, or because what they do is they experiment with this hive DNA.
Okay.
And so they're falling to it on purpose, but of course then they fall to it and they don't have complete control, right? They're going to do what they're told at the same time.
Yeah.
But to me it's just really interesting that they are like, oh, let's just purposely see what we can do with this. So
okay, so is that the color scheme that you've done?
It's close to the Twisted Helix, but it's a bit of my own flavor.
Okay.
In there, so.
Do people care that much, like at events? Like,
nah, I have so when you play a faction like Genestealer Cult that is a very small batch of people that play it, no one even notices.
Yeah.
Like even when I play my Harlequins, people are like, "Oh, you have these weapons," even though I didn't change the weapons underneath them and stuff, or magnetize them. Nobody knows what they look like, so they're just like, "Oh, okay, that's what that is."
But people are more familiar with the stats of like. They know what a kiss does, but they don't know what it looks like.
Exactly. Okay. So most people like when I was playing with my Harlequins, like I was saying, they're carrying all their specialty weapons, but they were just carrying Harlequin swords. But people don't know.
Huh.
And I'm not going to go through and build a whole new batch of Harlequins just to mix and match,
Okay.
So people had no idea.
Can't get away with that as an Imperial player.
Yeah,
everybody knows what a meltagun looks like.
Yeah,
right?
like when you're like an Imperial player or a Space Marine player, everyone knows what the weapons look like, and you can't do that. But when you're playing a very small faction, no one knows what nothing looks like. They're just like, okay, whatever you say.
Whatever, man.
Yeah,
I'm just here to have fun and stop your face.
There you go, stop your face. But yeah, most of the time, my experience has been very pleasant people, and they don't really care. But once in a while, you meet that.
You'll get somebody.
You'll get that somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was just curious because, it's easy in Heresy. It's like, your red guys are not Ultramarines. They're like, come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Now, and no one's. I don't think I've ever seen anybody try it at an event. Like, honestly, people are so chill and/or drunk that they may not say anything.
Sure.
Because I've I don't know what's the term, mislegioned people before. I was like, oh, what legion you got there? Are those Ultramarines? They're like, no, it's Dark Angels. I'm like, Cool, bro. I'm not gonna talk smack about your paint job. Like I'm not, I'm an aggressive person, but I'm not an ass. I'm not like a total, bad person.
Yeah, I got you. That's hilarious.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for letting me use that yellow. Yeah. I need to get that thing. I need to get this thing.
It's a good yellow.
Yeah, these are yours then over here.
Yeah, okay. Well, those barrels look a lot better now.
Yeah, they look more just complete, and then I can. So what I'm gonna do is I've got the base color on all this stuff now. Now I'm gonna go through, grab the Aquilas off of them in gold.
Okay, yeah.
Or should I do white?
It's your call, bro.
White or gold?
Don't have a real choice there. I don't know.
There is a choice. That's the whole point of what I'm asking.
I know, but I'm just. I don't know. White just feels unfinished at times, but I think if you do it real deliberately, it's fine. Okay. You could even do a red to make it like offset, maybe a little stronger. But
ooh, okay. Oh, I could put like red on the black ones.
Yeah, or something,
And then the red gets gold, the green gets white.
Something.
Okay, yeah, just mix it up, right? Why do it all the same, anyways?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Which color? That's brass. This is gold.
It's funny thing is, once I still have so many Genestealers to paint after this, but at least this.
Are you serious?
Well, what I mean is,
I thought you had a bunch done.
This is the list that I'm playing in the next event, sure.
Oh,
but Genestealer, even though they don't have a lot of models, they have a lot of models. It's kind of weird how that works, right? They don't have a lot of choices, but what they have, they field a lot of.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you're never, you're never truly done. I think that's the only thing I have to say. Like when you're just a having fun player, there's not as much money to spend. But when you're a competitive player, you really do have to get your hands on everything, because as the meta shifts, as points change and stuff, you have to be kind of ready to, grab the next thing that's available to you and be able to play it. Where if you're just casual playing, you're like, this is what I'm going to play until I have enough money to
get something new. Yeah.
So it's very different. For sure.
Yeah.
Competitive 40K is definitely an expensive endeavor, depending on how you like. If you're chasing the meta, it's gonna be very expensive. If you
I mean, you're spending thousands every probably few months.
Depending on
or you could. I guess you could. You could get there. Yeah.
And there's people that do it. I've known plenty of people that every time an army gets hot, they're now collecting it. And that's fine. That's if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
So for me, I think just having three armies max as a competitive player is probably good. You can get a lot of
you've said that quite often. I think that's really
I'm just going to keep reiterating it. You only need 3 armies max, and that's still a lot of money. So,
I think even from like a casual standpoint, 3 armies, that's plenty of rules to remember.
Yep.
Gives you some variety. You can get like you get your shooter army, your close combat army, then like some kind of specialty thing like Psychers or like a really weird Xenos race or something.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Because everybody's first army is Space Marines, right?
It seems like it. I've never actually collected Space Marines as the regular ones. I had Grey Knights.
Really?
But we don't talk about Grey Knights.
Dang. Oh yeah, not right now, right?
No, well, no, it's a joke, right? They're the ones you're like, we're being rescued.
Them.
Oh crap, they're Grey Knights.
That's right. Yeah,
we're in a lot of trouble, people, because either we're dead or we're gonna have our memories wiped. Obviously, memories wiped is better, but if you're just a generic human, they just kill you.
Yeah,
because it's more effort probably to wipe your memory than it is to do the other.
I always wonder, how, why is Exterminatus so rare? I feel like they should be doing that just, wantonly all the time. But it must be hard to make them. Maybe it's harder to blow up our planet than we thought.
Maybe
they were all
Maybe
wrong
those resources are hard to just say goodbye to forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're like, damn, we're really going to be letting that go.
That is true, because the real important resource really is manpower.
Yeah, I mean, how else are you going to continue fighting if you don't have it, right? So, yeah, it seems like the way. Woohoo! I got to paint a glove. Try not to get too far ahead without double checking that I didn't miss any gauntlets or anything.
Oh, right. When you're batch painting like that, it's
so
you'll always find one guy that you're like, oh no, I forgot to do the 3 steps ago on this guy.
Yeah. It's always good to go back, and after you get a certain amount done, you just stop, look, and then before you move on to the next color.
Yeah.
Plus, it's good to just take a minute or two breather, and while you're doing it, you can just look at models and see how you're doing. Well, sometimes I will look at a model and I'll be like, okay, I know this color is going to be in that model, and then I'll paint that on, and then I'm like, oh, you know what, this will look good with this color, and I've literally painted an army based off of
just how you feel.
Yeah,
oh hell yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
That's
But that's why I like playing Xenos armies, because they, like, when you play Space Marine, well, right now in 10th, you can paint your army as, let's say, White Scars, but you can pick the Ultramarine Index to play it like. So they can.
Oh, okay. That's how they've kind of written the rules for
Yeah,
it.
so now you can paint your army, your Space Marines, any faction you want, and then you just pull an index and be like, I'm going to play them like this army. These salamanders want to play like this style. So it's at least it brings variety to your army, and you don't have to worry about the way it's painted. So that, like that, they kind of did it's like a big favor they did to the community there.
Yeah,
because that'll save you tons of money. Because now you don't, right now at least, you don't have to own every Space Marine faction to play like them. You can just play like them, and it's like, here we go.
That's cool. I like that idea, especially because like the chapters in 40K really are small. They're only like 1,000 men. That's not a lot of variation.
Yeah,
so like, but it also is like, there's probably a like successor chapter of the salamanders that like bikes. Or something. Like there's got to be.
Well, when you look at the way they do when you look at these successor chapters, like salamanders are one of the ones they're just starting to add successor chapters to, and there's like, it's just weird, when you look at, they're like, oh, they're so different than regular salamanders or whatever, But if that's what you're looking for, it's great. Let's see, that looks good. Okay, but lots of good choices out there. But I don't know, like for me, I just like the tricksiness that comes with the non-human armies, and all that stuff. Where a lot of like Chaos and the other stuff, they play pretty straightforward. Are we coming at you? We're gonna shoot you. We're gonna shoot you. Did you win?
We're gonna have some psychic shenanigans, maybe,
and
it's a lot of like brute force stuff.
Yeah, but that's why I like Chaos better than regular Space Marines, just because of the fact that you get to mix in demons, you get to mix in other things and change up their playstyle a bit. Where you don't really get that option with regular Space Marines.
You think even the different chapters don't have
Well, the different chapters each one of them plays differently, right? There's the very melee-focused ones, and there's this and that. But obviously, there's going to be some chapters that you'll never get to play as, right? So at the generic Space Marine book, you can play whatever's in there in that style, but you're not going to be like, oh, we're playing like Ultramarines, but we play like Black Templar. You know what I mean? Sure, you could paint your army to be not Black Templar, but people probably will first. In that instance, you might get a little like, what are you doing, bro?
Okay.
There's certain ones I think that, because they get their own
ones
codex.
that have their own codex and models and whatnot.
Yeah,
right?
That's a little different.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, well, what if, I don't know, like, what if someone painted their...
I wouldn't complain one way or the other. But
and that's kind of that's where, like, I'm not kidding when I say, like, I totally thought a guy's Dark Angel army was Ultramarines.
It's almost like you were like, hey, are you pregnant? And then she's like,
oh,
no.
Yeah, that is how I felt. And I was just like, okay, cool. I'm going to keep talking about and not letting you get mad right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, this is a really unique scheme. I like this.
Yeah, I love your scheme, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, there's talk like that, how do I say? So Warhammer lore and stuff has been really stuck for a long time. And in the last couple of years now, we've really seen the lore, the story driving forward now, right? With the two of the sons back, right? Two of the Sun Primarchs back. We've got this story developing. We got a new bad guy in the universe and all this. It's really exciting to see finally the story developing. And so there's questions about people like saying, and this might be an indication, right, with the way the Codex is, that Gilliman might revert away from the Codex Astartes, right? And move away from the no more large legions.
And go back to having large legions.
Yeah, so, and of course...
That would be really odd. I feel like it would still be an odd choice.
Well, apparently in the story, he admits it was a mistake.
Okay.
And so that's why people are thinking that way. And if you think about it, like the Black Templar, they're full legion size. They never...
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
The legions were hundreds of thousands.
Well, my point is,
the Black Templars. I don't think
maybe not that large. My point is that because they're always on crusade, they get to keep a much larger number of Space Marines beyond what their restrictions are. And apparently, the Space Wolves just refused to even listen either. And
yeah, I thought they were like actually. I thought the Space Wolves were the largest of actual Space Marines because like the Black Templars numbers are mostly like neophytes. Who aren't like full-fledged Space Marines.
Sure.
And that may have changed in the last codex that came out because I don't.
Yeah, because we have to read what the lore updates are.
Yeah, but that was my understanding, at least for the longest time, is that they had more because of they weren't full Space Marines yet.
And that might be, but the other part of it is because they can ignore that rule because they're on crusade, and so they need higher numbers.
Yeah.
So that's their way around it. That's fine. We hear what you're saying, but we're on crusade.
Constantly.
So they're always refreshing their numbers and all that. They may not be the largest for sure, but they're one of the largest.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say because the Space Wolves have like 7 great companies or something.
Yeah, they're.
If Adam was here, he'd rattle them all off and the leaders for them.
Oh, I bet he would, right?
But they like each of those great companies. I think is like their own chapter size of like 1,000 plus.
So. Oh, sure. But
so they're like in the 10,000 range, I think.
Somewhere up there, yeah.
Why did I say white?
Well, I love the fact that when Gilliman came to the Space Wolves to meet with them, he bowed, like not bowed, but he kneeled to the chapter master and stuff, and he showed a lot of respect, And so he's got them on board, right?
Yeah.
Just getting into 40K, starting with GSC. Well, very nice. Very
awesome,
nice.
Man.
I love them very much. They're a very fun army. Lots to paint, right? That's why I'm working my tail off to get them ready.
Yeah, you can't quite see his horde of models.
There's way more over here. You can't even see them that I'm picking through.
You've got it. What you said? You got 60 models on the board right now?
There's 60 models in front of me right now that I'm working on. Gosh. There's another 60 models in my case upstairs that are finished.
Jeez.
But welcome. It's great to have you here. This 10th edition, I am competing only with GSC, in our battle reports, which we're going to get back to doing here basically starting next weekend. Well, maybe. I have to talk to Kyle and see if he'll do like a pre-recorded one or maybe we can do some other stuff. Actually, I might have you. You might do a how to get into 40K
honestly
total beginner one.
I need to get into 10th because I've just been doing the heresy.
Yeah, we should definitely consider like that because that's where you can ask really good questions and I can kind of talk you through it.
Yeah,
and other people can kind of learn from that. So
yeah,
and then at the same time we can do another one like how to get into Horus Heresy, right? So
yeah,
it's all really interesting.
Well, if you want to get into Horus Heresy, I'm gonna have in your local for on the 5th of the JC and Hobby on the south
if
side.
you're local, come out.
I'm gonna have I have 4 armies for Horus Heresy.
To borrow and whatnot.
Yep, that all have demo games set up that people can come out and just learn the rules.
Yep, I'm gonna have my Space Wolves probably tagging along.
Yeah, there you go.
Get a good practice game and start learning how they play.
Yeah, before you just cut your teeth live on stream, that would be.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about them though. They, it's weird because I really like I'm going off topic or back on topic, but I really like Space Wolves personality wise. I love that they're just like we do what we want to do. We're here to kick your butt if you're a jerk to us, that kind of thing. I love them, and as somebody who, as a kid, thought werewolves were the coolest thing ever, that's the closest thing to werewolves we got, right?
Yep.
But they're a really popular faction, and for me, that's an automatic turnoff. I'm like, oh, you're popular? Never mind. That's why I like Genestealers because it's like, oh, you're not a lot of people play you. Sign me up.
Okay.
I'm ready.
You just like being the misfit. That's what.
Yeah, I like being the misfit. I like people not knowing what to expect from my army. When you play when you play Space Marines, everybody knows in general what Space Marines does.
Yeah.
And they played against them probably many times.
As a guard player, I can guarantee you I know how that feels. It's, oh, you got guard? Cool. Yeah. You do this and nothing else.
Yeah.
You have dudes or tanks.
Yep. Or artillery or a combination.
And they're all just shooting. It's
just shooty.
Yep.
Yeah. But so I like that. I like it when people are like, "Oh, I've never played against them before," and I'm like, "You're gonna learn a lot today.
You're gonna get learned, man."
So yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like Harlequins, right? Yes, they're part of the Eldari, and Eldari are a very commonly played army, but they're a very rare sub-faction within them. And, You just don't see people play them much, except for when they're really good, and then all of a sudden everyone buys them all.
Right.
But that's the nice thing when you're actually a person who plays them all the time or regularly. You already have all the models. You don't care if people buy them up. You're just like, you're only mad because they're like, it's like, oh, you bandwagon son of a guns.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
where you get people
you?
being like, how long have you been playing? It's like, actually 12 years. Or,
yeah, exactly. I've been
Like,
playing them longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, like, actually, my guard army might be old. I mean, it's old enough now to...
To vote?
Yeah, it's at least old enough to vote. It might be old enough to buy a beer. Yeah. There are definitely some guardsmen that can buy liquor now, I know.
Yep. Well, Mr. Woods, just in case you don't know, make sure you got some banners in your army. These guys, when you're standing on an objective like this, you regenerate D3 plus 3 models. If you're off an objective, then you just do D3. But when you're running 20-man squads, it's real nice when you can bring back 4 minimum guys.
Oh, man, yeah.
It makes it real good, you know. Plus, you can always make them untargetable if it's really crucial that they don't shoot at them. So, which I like as well.
The banner lets them become unshootable? Or
no, that's just a strat.
Okay.
That's the strat side of it. But the banner just gives them a really strong regen, which I love. Originally, I ran banners in my acolytes as well. But the problem is the acolytes jump in, kill something, and then usually my opponent then immediately kills them.
Evaporated, yeah.
And then you just hope you roll well so they come back. So I don't put banners with them anymore just because I want more flamers in hand and stuff like that. So
yeah.
They're just not that. Their survivability is really not that good. They're like, we're going in, boys, and none of us are going to live.
Yeah. Cowabunga it is.
Yeah, exactly. For the hive mind. I mean, Mom, where are you?
Mom?
I need my mommy. But yeah, so they're just unique in that way. And, you know, so it's good to know when you have certain units that that's their job. Their job is to die in a glorious way. And, you know, if you can pick up, like, more often than not, like, I trade them for, like in that one of the games I played, I traded a 170-point unit for a 400-point model. That was a worthy death for them. You know?
Yeah, right. Jeez.
Magnus ate a lot of satchel charges. I was like, I'm sorry, Magnus, but you're going to eat these.
Yeah.
You know, and you did do a few things wrong.
Yeah.
I still love that, you know.
Oh, the Magnus did nothing wrong. So
I mean, he did things wrong because he was just blind to listening to good advice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was really occupied with giving his own brothers advice when.
Yeah, he wasn't even knowledgeable enough to be doing that.
No, yeah, he should not have been peering into the warp as much as he should have.
Yeah, he should have been like, Dad, I found this thing. Can we talk about this? Like, what's up with this? You know, not oh, Dad, I found this magic. And he's like, what do you mean you found magic? Yeah, we're practicing all this magic. He's like, you idiot. You know, it's like,
yeah, I'm trying to get us away from this magic right now.
Yeah, it's like, you know, for sure. So, if you're still here, Woods, what's your favorite GSC model so far? What are you liking?
Ooh, I like this sniper dude. I always thought that model was really cool.
Oh yeah, well it's interesting because they have two kind of assassin types. One that's a sniper that also uses blades in combat, and then there's a guy who's wielding like 6 guns.
Yeah. So they have like a Eversor and a Vindicare assassin from the Imperium. They still have them.
They're different, but
yeah, but I mean that's basically you just described the two, like an Eversor and a.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they have their own versions for sure, and they do different things. Like one of them, the one you're talking about, he has a anti-psyker gun. So it's like a 5.22 and 1 shot, and yeah, it's anti-psyker a 2-up. So on a wound when you roll a wound roll of a 2, it just punches right through into psychers, which is really cool. But there's not a whole lot of psychers out there. But if you're running into like Thousand Suns or you're running into Grey Knights, well, hallelujah.
Well, you were saying that like even Guard bring like a psycher.
Well, yeah, Guard have a psycher too, which only has like I think 2 or 3 wounds. So a quick little snapshot at him will go over pretty well for you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there's a lot of choices.
A lot of abilities like that sometimes people forget.
Yeah.
Especially, like you said, if they're armies that people don't play often, that if that player's not knowledgeable with it, they could easily forget stuff like that.
Oh, I mean, that's part of it, right? When you're playing an army that you're new to, you're going to forget things. Like, I keep forgetting that when I come in with my acolytes, right, and if an enemy unit is standing on a point, I get full rerolls to wound. But,
oh, wow.
So, an acolyte unit if you're not on a point, they reroll 1s to wound. But if you're on the point, it's 4 rerolls. And then you attach.
Well, is it if your unit's on the point, or if the unit you're attacking?
The unit I'm attacking, which I often forget. I'm like, dang it, because I never forget my full rerolls to hit because I bring a character that gives that. But I often forget the rerolls to wound, which can be disastrous.
Yeah, I mean,
because you can really punch something hard if you can have 4 rerolls. You might as well. You're rolling 3s into 3s kind of situation, and it's you basically don't miss usually too much with that.
Well, that's what I bank on a lot with like my World Eaters.
Yeah.
When they're attacking dreadnoughts, they typically need 6s to wound, but they get full rerolls.
Oh yeah.
And a billion attacks, and they typically I got them. They can reroll to hit and then they reroll wounds.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So I'm able to just put, it's AP nothing, but it's hits. It's making your opponent roll dice.
Yeah, which if you want to punch through a 4-up invulnerable save, 1 dice is probably gonna pass. But if you got them throwing 15, you're gonna get failed.
Well, even a 2-up. I'll go up against Terminators.
2-ups?
I'll go up against 2-wound Terminators and just be like, yeah, take 60 saves, bucko.
Oh yeah, that's gonna punch through more likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've put like 10 shots into Terminators and they just shrugged them all off.
Oh yeah, that's a very possible. I like how it seems like in the 30K and 40K they've made Terminators again.
Yeah, they're
because like
tough.
there was the longest time where it was just like, oh, Terminators are a joke. Yeah, it's just kind of.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. Well, right now in 40K, not the Chosen, is it Chosen?
The Chaos ones, right?
Yeah, the Chaos ones. They are really good. Chosen have 3 wounds. They have a decent toughness, but they're affordable, right? So with the 3 wounds and you're throwing them at people, it's quite good. Looks like Hawksir said something. Oh. Didn't they reduce the regeneration of the Genestealers? I was sad to see that since it's really helped them. Yeah, so now on turn 1, you get, if it's battle line, you get a +1, and you get a +1 because it's turn so, and then the next turn you get only the +1 for being a battle line, but not the +1 for being what turn it is, and then then the battle line drops off. So it's definitely not as good as it was. But when I was playing in the last tournament, I rolled several 6s for them to regen back, so it didn't matter what turn it was. So which was nice, and it definitely helped.
So what did they just cap it at 1 or at only a +1?
So what it was like before they nerfed it was that battle line auto regen. So you would only bring battle line.
Oh, okay.
Your battle line auto regen, and everything else you had to roll a 4-up. I don't know why we lost the 4-up in general, because I mean that's still 50, like less than 50-50. And I thought it was pretty fair. Yeah. But, I mean, you could still win with Genestealers, but you just have to work a lot harder. And I don't mind that. Because, like, when I played him in the last tournament, I felt like I was clubbing a lot of seals, and it felt kind of bad. Because
even with nerfed GSC.
Well, nerfed GSC, I lost 1 game out of my 3, which is good. Not bad, not terrible. It's a good place to be. But when I went to the other tournament, I beat everybody.
Oh.
And not by a little bit. I just stomped. Like, I got 100 points in all but 1 game.
Oh wow!
And in that 1 game, I dropped 6 points. That was it.
Wow.
So I stomped everyone into the ground really hard, and it was effortless. So
yeah, that's not fun.
So yeah, I felt bad. I was happy I won, but I felt bad at the same time because I was like, no, I can do no wrong. It seems like, So that made people upset. I guess you need to blow on the dice for good luck. Yeah, sometimes you do, right? It's like, please, 4-armed Emperor, please give me this model back.
4-armed Emperor.
Yeah. I like that they have the 4-armed Emperor. It makes me laugh.
It does. And it sounds like for the Emperor, so I'm always like, whenever you say it, I'm always like, wait, what? No. Oh, okay.
Did you see that meme I had? They're like, this guy goes up and he's like, hey, do you believe in the Emperor? He's like, yes, I do. And they're like, oh, good. Check. You're not Xenos. And it's clearly a Genestealer. You can see the head, right? And then the other one's like, hold on. Let's try this one more time. How many arms does the Emperor have? 4? He's dead, right? So I love it. It's God. Like, don't ask him if he believes in the Emperor. Ask him how many arms he has.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah. So,
Jeez.
Because, that's an easy answer. Genestealer cult's like, yeah, we believe in the Emperor. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's an Emperor, of course. Yeah. Tall, dark hair. 4 arms, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? He devours worlds, right?
Yeah. It's called The Great Devourer, Crusades Throughout the Galaxy.
Yeah. So, yeah, it makes it fun. My wife was really excited that I have Genestealer Cult because she's like, now you're only one step away from buying Tyranids again. And she's like, I want to paint your Tyranids. I don't think I'll play though. I'm like, come on. If you're gonna make me buy them, you gotta at least play them.
Yeah.
But that's just her style. So she's always like, you won't force me to play. But I know she would, like, she's obsessed with Tyranids. She loves, whenever I'm watching something about Tyranids, she's like watching with me. So I know she likes them. She just loves the idea of insects and evolving on the spot and, and all that stuff. So that's her kind of lore. Oopsie, I'll have to fix that skin.
Uh-oh.
But sometimes
that's cool. My wife does not care at all. She's like, oh, okay, I don't know what in it is. This a Space Marine? And I'm like, yes. That's basically funny. All I have is Space Marines anymore.
Oh yeah. I thought it was funny that your dad was like really interested in learning more.
Oh yeah,
he seemed really nice.
Nah, he's a good guy. He helped me learn how to play when because I got the 3rd edition starter set for my 10th birthday.
Oh, nice. So
he took all the Dark Eldar, and I took the Space Marines.
Yeah.
And then I quickly got rid of the Space Marines because they were overpowered, and I got Guard. But he played for a short while when it was, when I was really young. And
yeah. Well, he's being a supportive dad, that's amazing, right?
Oh yeah, right. He doesn't think this is all a joke. Your kid does something for 22 years. You should probably care a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
As long as it's not like drugs.
Well, I thought it was interesting. He even was like, hey, can I give some constructive criticism? We're like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, we don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. He's like asking permission. I'm like, now you're making it weird.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, just tell us
you're the one making it weird, not me.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell us what you want.
Yeah. And what he wanted was learn how to play. He wants to.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I think is totally.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. Oh, I got red to paint on you. I thought I was done, and then I said, "Look, one more."
Thought you were done.
Thought I was done.
Your training is never over.
There you go.
All right.
Ooh, this is
maybe
clean
now.
This brush.
Maybe now I just wash them all.
Okay, we're gonna clean. We're gonna clean this right after because this definitely needs it. Let's just do this last model.
Yeah, you're over there with like nice brushes. I'm over here with my Michael's brushes.
That's funny.
I think I should wash them, then dry brush, right? That's how you do it, right?
Yeah, that's usually what goes on.
Okay, all right.
This one is getting its back there. There we go.
No oil.
No oil. Okay, let's get this done.
Let's have something not just the table to set the wet washed models on.
There you go. There we go. Oh, there's a little spot. Glad I looked. This guy's wearing. He's like, man, I like to go sleeveless. Like,
Heck
okay.
yeah, that's usually how I am.
Yeah.
It's actually. You were saying you got the new heater in here, and I was like, and I thought about that, but all I have on is this hoodie, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is a little. It's nice.
Yeah,
the heater works.
Yeah.
I was
the
afraid.
heater's not on right now. This is just the room itself.
Oh, jeez.
Well, there is heat coming from that vent right there. That's from the house.
Okay.
But the actual heaters are along the wall, and I turn them on when we get to the real cold part. And then once we pull, this room would actually be warmer if we pulled that unit out the window because we really don't need it there anymore.
Not anymore, no.
So
that's not going to get warm enough for that.
Yeah.
Not again.
Oh yeah. So Hawkster, what armies do you play again? I know you paint, and it almost sound like you're a commission painter because I know I haven't ever got a real chance to get to know you, and I met you in person at that one Kansas event. But do you play too, or are you just doing like the commission stuff? I thought I heard you saying the one time. Let me know. And Hawkster is the one who won our Patreon giveaway.
I saw that. Yep, I remember that.
I shipped that out to her recently. For the longest time, when I saw Hawkster. And she also put herself as Sonia in certain places. I was like telling my wife, I'm like, I don't know if she's a girl or a guy, but we're just going to be cool with it no matter what.
Yep, yeah, we just want to address you properly. Yeah, that's all that really matters, right?
Well, she scared me the first time I met her only because I felt like this presence behind me, and I turned around and she's like, I need to talk to you. And then my knee-jerk response was like, cool, I'm married. What's going on?
Cool, I'm married.
I didn't actually say that, but in my head, that's what I was saying.
Oh my gosh.
Because she was just like, I didn't know who she was. And
you just know that you're always like, okay,
yeah,
right. You're always being hunted down.
Then once we talked, I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. This is one of my cool Patreon people, and I'm like, but yeah, I just was like, holy cow.
That's the best way to introduce yourself too, though.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
just hey, we need to talk.
Yeah, she's been a super loyal supporter of the channel, and we really appreciate Hawkstar. She was quiet for a while because she moved from here to Arizona, and so we didn't get to hear from her for a while.
Yeah.
But now she's been going quite a bit. Just commissioned. I tried Orcs and Chaos Marines, but I noticed I like painting more. Nothing wrong with liking to paint.
Yeah.
If anything, play some Kill Team. At least then you don't have to play the long games.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does.
Well, that's kind of what we talked about too. Is like the cool thing about these big bundle boxes.
Yeah.
You get such a deal that if you just enjoy painting, that's wicked.
You know what I should do? I should I kind of want to see how. I don't doubt that you're an amazing painter. Part of me wants to send you a model and see what you can do.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It'd be kind of fun. I almost feel like once we get the wall done, it'd be kind of cool to have a couple little spots where we can put like Patreon model, like they said.
Oh, that would be a really cool
something
idea,
where they paint them and we can
and
display
then
them.
Yeah, and like get a little name board on them, or like get a 3D printed ring around the base with their.
Oh yeah.
That would be really cool to do that'd be a cool project for all of our Patreons to just send in a painted model and we can put them on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that brush has had a rough life over there, my friend.
Oh yeah, no, this brush is probably older than your kids.
That's funny. Okay, so we got all the red done. Now it's time to do blue armor, and I've been using McCrag blue airbrush one, so that's next. So I'm happy about that. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to be using the red earth. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping like crazy suddenly. Use the red earth from Monument Hobbies, and I'm using the Gamer's Grass Alien Pink for the bases. So that's kind of my plan. If you can see them, I can never get underneath the camera this way. If you can kind of see it, I'll raise it up. I don't know if it'll zoom in on it, but either way, that's kind of the finished product of what I'm trying to do.
There we go. Oh, that's my problem. I don't have.
I'm playing with the idea of sending you. Ooh, whoops, this thing won't move. It's got the heart thing covering you. Back to you painted. The last one. Oh well, I don't play guard, but I would love to see what you could do with it because she got the Commissar commission one that I sent. It's a small model, but you're welcome to do whatever you want with it for sure. And if you painted it, we would definitely be very happy to have it here on display.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that'd be cool to have on the new wall that's getting made.
Yeah,
have like a little glass. It doesn't have to be glass, but have something like to display a bunch of cool models.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let this red dry, and then I just noticed I missed a glove, so
there you go.
I gotta go back. But yeah. I just never seen your work, but if you're doing commission work, I would assume that you're doing a pretty good quality, and that's pretty cool either way. Little spot. Let's see. You gotta just look through and make sure I don't miss anything, which I did. So we'll go here. This guy's got like his shirt rolled up, but then he's got a glove on. Interesting. And I guess that's why I missed it. Boom, 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 boom.
This brush is so bad it like creates little air bubbles.
Oh no!
Whenever you brush with it.
Oh, I missed 2 gloves.
I have a can of compressed air at my paint desk at home.
Oh,
just
really?
to blow out the bubbles so I know what it's actually going to dry like.
Oh, wow.
But this is my terrain brushes.
You could try a brush if you're kind to it.
No, I won't be. It's terrain. But I appreciate it. If I'm painting my world eaters, I'm very precise and
I got you.
Everything else is just your trash, get painted.
Oh man, I've noticing tiny little misses here and there. So,
well,
that's why we look back over the model. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to do this later, and it'll be more frustrating because I'm trying to do step whatever.
Right.
So yeah. Let's see here, Hawkstar. Do you have an Instagram page? I never asked you. If you do, I need to follow it. I'd love to see your work. And all that, and be supportive towards you as well, because I know you're already supporting us. So, let's see here.
You don't have double-sided tape out here, do you?
No, I do not. I have some of the masking tape over there. That's about it.
Oh no! I started using a lot of double-sided tape to this thing is as big as my finger, so like I just stick it to my finger and then I can paint from it.
Ah. I see, Sir Luke. Let's see.
Ooh, Luke wasn't a knight. Well, I guess he was, right?
Well, you got to think about who was saying it to him, which was C-3PO, right? He's like, no, it's just Luke. He's like, I see, Sir Luke. And he's like, no, just Luke.
Just Luke.
So, yep. Okay. Okay, that's all painted. We're just finding these little details that I'm cleaning up before we go to blue. Oh, another glove. I might as well just look for gloves first and then.
Yeah, sound like you just messed up or you missed all the gloves.
How dare you say what you said?
I did. Deal with it.
Another glove and then a sleeve over here.
Okay, they're not all.
Well, this is why I like to, look from the top and the bottom of models and just see, because so many people they paint and they forget to just actually look to
turn it upside down.
That's my favorite thing to do, dude. Like
when you look at other people's models.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you're evil.
Dude, I remember one guy was bragging about this commission work he had, and I was like, let me see the model real quick. I turned it upside down, like he didn't paint the armpits. And look at the cape underneath, he missed the spot.
Oh my god.
So it's just, I was like, it's not the end of the world, and you can be proud of your model, but at the same time, I'm like I can't help but critique it a little bit.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a great painter, but I at least know what a good model looks like.
Armpits.
Yeah, at least
that needs to be a shirt now. Yeah. May not be a great painter, but at least I paint armpits.
There you go. Voila. No more energy drink left.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is he going to make it?
Oh, I'll be fine. Oh, tomorrow will be an exciting day at work, I'm sure.
I doubt it.
Oh, no. We're going to find out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you will find out.
I didn't do anything to get in trouble yet, I think, but we'll find out.
You never know. You never know with you.
Yeah, I got a mouth that runs too much. I'm the worst.
It's some people can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I'm a better boss than I am an employee.
Well, there is two different kinds of people in the world, man.
Let's see. Oh, I found another set of gloves, but I'll just paint these ones blue just to make it different.
There you go. They're a cult, right? They're not not a uniformed like regiment.
No, not really. Right? Well, I mean, they have leaders and stuff, and they have a joint goal, but yeah, they're not. They ambush and stuff, right? So everything they do is they keep as secretive as possible until the right moment. So yeah, you're not going to see them drilling out in public or doing any of that stuff. Yeah. There's no parade going on with them. So yeah, so when they show up, you're just like, wait a minute, where do these guys come from? And what do they want? So it feels like they're wearing hockey gear, some of their stuff. It's like some of it looks like it's like they're mining an asteroid, right? So they got this like space kind of gear on.
Yeah.
But then you look at their knees and stuff, and they got these like hockey knee pads on, so, which to me is just too funny. Okay, get these blue. Oh, even when I'm doing the blue, I'm missing a little spot here. Okay, then we would just do that.
Man, they got so many. They got 3 colors.
They got 3 colors.
Get the next unit.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, they should be done in time. I got to get these all painted up and ready for next weekend when I go down to Midmo and play 5 games. And hopefully I'm hoping to come out like 4-1. That's kind of my hope.
Okay.
But even if I go 3-2, that's still not too bad. But we'll see. Heck, I remember when I like some of the events. It's so crazy when you win your first game or two. Because then all of a sudden you look around and everyone standing next to you is like some of the best in the world.
Nah.
And you're just like, whoa, what am I doing here?
What? Who am I? I am nothing. I am a worm.
Yeah. But it's still cool all the same. Did you ever get your LVO stuff figured out, or you're not going? Which is totally fine, whatever you choose.
I am waiting on the guy that's supposed to fill in for me on when I take vacation.
Oh yes, that's
right. To get his drill schedule to me. That's right. Because he says he's retiring, but I'm like, well,
when?
Yeah, like,
can you hurry up and do it?
Yeah. So, I also found out my time off kind of got messed up because they don't approve my time off. It's just if I'm able to take it and I'm gone, they then take it from me.
Okay. That sounds questionable.
It is. But basically, because like I am.
Is it like a PTO thing? And then
it's all PTO, but like it's more of like a lot of the times like I do work sometimes on my vacations.
Thanks, Hoxer, for sharing that link. I just saw that you did. Thank you so much. I guess we had a little hiccup with the original link, and we're adjusting as best we can.
About the to the video?
Because they changed the way that starts up now. Before it was like you say start and then you wouldn't be live until you're ready. Now you press start and boom, you're live. It's like, what?
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. I thought we had time. And then, of course, when I closed it by accident, it was over. We had to just grab a link and throw it up.
Okay, so
there we go. We're getting all this blue armor on.
Scatter stuff is painted.
Nice, nice. So, what are you working on today, Hoxer? Are you painting a commission work for somebody? What you got? Let's see here. And let's see what else we got. There's some Under Armour here, but that's all looks like metal mixed in. But there's
checking out armpits.
Yeah, looking at armpits, painting armpits. You know, the usual.
Let's see.
Trying to get these little pieces of blue in before, because the nice thing is, once I come back over this with some metallics, it'll be good. But we gotta get all the blue on here, and I'll probably have to go around and clean up the skin a little bit, and that'll be it. That's why I always do the skin last. I'm a weird one.
Nah, I think that's a good thing to do last.
Tyranids, about 4 more models left from the Leviathan box. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. Have you played any 10th at all, or have you just been painting? That's what I'm curious. I know you're not, you like painting more, but you might have played a little. It was interesting. At one point there, Trevor, we had like several ladies chatting in our Discord about painting and hobbies. I haven't seen them all lately. Mm-hmm. They kind of faded away after a while, but it was cool having them around.
Yeah, it's just nice to have hobbyists around because
not
everybody
and a different perspective, all at the same time. So yeah, I miss hearing them all chatting it up. Let's see here. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to glue these on at some point. Just painting, selling to get more brushes, paint. Yes. That is the way. I'll have to send me. Oh, maybe that's the link you sent me. You sent me a link to probably your Instagram. So never mind. I was thinking you were doing something else. But that's...
about the stream.
Yeah.
Because we kind of did this last minute.
I had it originally set up and then I messed it up.
Oh, okay.
It's my fault. It's all my fault.
I think I was distracting you with my good looks.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
That's probably what it is.
Your wife's going to kill me now.
No, I have that effect on men. I know.
Oh boy, here it goes. Yep. Oop, another one over here. This is I don't recommend giant batch painting like I'm doing, but if you're patient and you can accept that you're not going to see like immediate results for a while, well, all suddenly when you paint that last model, you're going to be like, woo!
Yeah. I now have 3 more units.
Yeah.
All at once.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that makes it nice, and then you can keep the consistency between them.
That's why I like doing it.
Yeah.
Because then they all look kind of the same.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the hard part. Like I've got some stuff that I painted a couple of years back, and then I'm like, oh, I need to add to this army, and then I'm like, I don't remember the recipe I used to make this,
right, or just like the technique I was using.
Oh yeah.
To get a certain effect, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I'm like, sitting there for a while trying to remember.
Okay,
let's see here. Oh no, you bled over, you son of a gun. Oh well, no one's gonna notice that. And if they do, oh well.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's done.
They do. Tell them, stop looking at my models.
Stop looking at my models' armpits. Yo, boom. Let's see here. There we go. Some of these guys have what they need, and some do not. Let's go. There we go. Oh, la 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 la. So what's your all-time favorite movie? That's a good question.
Ooh.
There's your question. Anybody else in chat can answer as well, but what's your all-time favorite movie? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
All-time favorite?
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Okay, yeah. Can't argue with that. That's an easy one to drop down to.
It just listening to the soundtrack makes me calm.
Oh.
It calms
the
nails.
Music. Yeah. I see. Calms the nails.
Yeah. What about you? What is your favorite movie of all?
My favorite all-time movie, I think that I've watched over and over again. If I want something just to really chill to, I think it'll be Starship Troopers.
Ooh, okay.
Because I can just laugh and play and get art and paint or whatever.
Yeah.
But if I want something more serious, like where I'm really focusing, it's going to be Dune, the original.
Oh, the original movie.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I've watched
think I've
that
ever seen it
so many times. You don't even know.
Okay.
It's a great movie. It's very gritty. They don't, there's definitely, all sorts of overtones in there that, from that time period, which were people would be more uncomfortable with than now. It was very much ahead of its time in so many ways.
Okay.
So super fan. Hey, Mr. Mullen. Hope to add a Tyranid Christmas box set to my. Yeah, that Tyranid Christmas box looks pretty good. As a Tyranid player, I mean, there's everything you need.
It's got a lot of new models too, right?
Yeah,
so it's got stuff that most people probably still do need that didn't get Leviathan.
It's got the new Genestealer cult guys in there. It's got the Emissary in there, which I'm sure most people need at least one more. So that's great that they're there. And then it's got everything else that's people need. Trevor, I found your channel painting Infernus Marines today. Well, welcome, Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Yeah, sorry, Harry Potter moment.
Oh yeah, right. We had a Harry Potter party yesterday.
Yes, it was awesome actually.
Yeah.
My wife had a really good time, and
good.
I told her I'm trying to make friends that actually do things instead of the ones that only talk about it.
Right. It's easy to get into that of just oh yeah, we want to do this and want to do that.
Oh yeah. Our house, the problem we have is our kids trash everything. So our house, and we have 4 dogs, so we've got stains upstairs. We got all that old stuff that we're saving up for a new carpet, and so right now we don't want guests because it's just not in a way that we want it to look.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just a stage of life.
Well, yeah, and the kids eventually will be helpful in cleaning up, and then we'll be much happier.
Yeah, soon you should have 2 cleaners.
There you go, 2 helpers.
Helpers, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's all like, I'm not your slave. I'm like, no, but you live here.
No, yeah, exactly. You see how much I clean, you should do the same.
She's like, but I don't like cleaning. I'm like, do you think that that's what I like doing?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's not what I like doing either.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I agree with you.
Yeah, good. I'm glad we agree on something. Now grab this rag and grab a vacuum.
Yeah, let's get working.
Yeah.
I was like, I tell them all the time, I will clean with you, but I need you to clean. I don't want to be watching you constantly to make sure you're doing your part.
Right, yeah.
So we'll clean as a family.
We are trying to instill that in our little 2-year-old.
Oh, sure.
But she kind of likes picking up.
Yeah, when they're really young, they want to be part of the family. They want to help, and they want to feel like they can do something. But then eventually that wears off. My girls at the beginning were like, yeah, let's load the dishwasher. Let's help Dad do stuff. And it was great. And now they're like, nah, we're good now, bro.
Yeah, we've got plenty.
And where's the food?
Oh, man.
They're like, feed us.
Yeah, right, yeah. We want pizza.
And they make this interesting argument. They're like, hey, we didn't ask you to have us.
Oh, my gosh.
And so it's not our fault we're here. I'm like, okay. Oh, you little brats.
But the mess you made is your fault now.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. It's like, really? It's like, look at your room, and let's start from there. So, yeah.
Oh, who is Leviosa? I can't...
I don't know.
Oh, Levi. That's
Levi.
my cousin.
Okay, Levi.
You called him Leviosa.
Well, I just saw Levy, and I was just like, Leviosa.
No, Levi's going to come out, he said, on the 5th to do some Warhammer or some
Oh,
Warhammer.
this is your cousin was really excited.
Yeah, he got real excited.
Which
bought
is good.
A ton of stuff. Oh, yeah,
great.
That kind of enthusiasm's awesome.
Yeah, and if you're here, hey, don't forget, if you're new here and hanging out with us, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe button. It really helps us while you're at it here. And
and it lets you know when we go live.
Exactly. It's way easier to find us when we go live and everything.
Yeah.
But starting, basically after next week, we'll be back to more of a normal schedule again. And we'll kind of go from there.
This is a good time to get a lot of projects done, though.
Yeah, it really is. And it's nice to take a breather from playing a little bit. And the people I call upon to help with playing, they need a break too. So it's nice to give everyone just a little rest.
Yes, yeah.
Just subbed boys. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're amazing.
And if you want, too, how you get in the giveaways is getting in the Discord.
Yeah, join
also.
our Discord. Yeah.
There's always people willing to help if you're new to the game.
We've got a link for the Discord below in there. So, and it's also in About Us. When you join the Discord, you get entered into the giveaways, and that's it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, because we're always giving away cool stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to for sure.
The next one is we're still doing this one next.
Oh, yep. Yeah, we got that
Kill Team Morok box.
Yep.
Actually, I have that terrain from there. I should have. Oh, no, that's what this is.
Oh, is that those?
I've got the landing pad from that. Yeah.
Nice.
I should be working on that if that's what we're giving away next. Oh. Well, I'll get it. This thing's getting its base coat.
Oh, sure. I mean, once I finish this army, at least the tabletop version of it. I'll definitely knock out those couple pieces of terrain I need to knock out for this channel because it won't take me long. It's just been
and that's what I love about terrain is like it's kind of daunting to build it.
Yeah.
But man, like just painting it, like you see me, I'm just like attacking this thing to get some.
Oh yeah,
I mean, some texture in there, some grays.
Yep, that looks.
And
good.
then.
Oh, I gotta stop playing these horde armies, people.
No, I feel your pain there.
I mean, I love having a lot of models on the table. It feels good, and it can really intimidate your opponent if they're newer to the game and stuff. And especially some armies can't kill fast enough to keep up with you, which is key. That's part of the reason a horde army will win is because they just you can't kill enough of them, and then they win the game because they're everywhere. Yeah, and you're just like, what the heck just happened? So it makes it interesting when you have to take into account like horde armies like this. So, heck, I was super proud because in the meta, Genestealers are not good against orcs, and I managed to pull off a win against an orc player. But the nice thing is I knew what that orc player wanted to do.
Yeah, you play orcs pretty...
I play them pretty regularly, because when he was doing stuff, I'm like, hey, does that have that weapon? He's like, looking at me. He's like, yeah, how'd you know that? I'm like, well, I play orcs. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm like, I know exactly. Because he was like, hey...
I know your soul.
Exactly. He was all like, hey, do you want me to break down my list? I'm like, can I just look at your army real quick? That's all I need.
Yeah, is everything WYSIWYG? Yep, okay. All right,
we're good.
I know what the hell you got.
Yep. Ooh. But that giant squiggle he had on the table was terrifying. I'll tell you what.
He had the Forge World.
He had the Forge World one.
The giant one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was cool to see it. Dude, it's toughness 13 -1 to wound, 30 wounds. You're just like,
that's hilarious.
I'm just like,
my God.
That's a terrifying thing I don't want to deal with.
So there's a Christmas event that a group of mine is doing, and they're doing like there's like 3 orc players that each have like 10,000 plus points of orcs.
Nice.
Like,
I
think the lowest anyone has is like 12 or something.
Sure.
But I think they all have those gargantuan squigas. So they're gonna do like a bunch of like 3-versus-1 games where it's just each guy's horde of orcs versus 3 different armies together.
Yeah, that'd be
and I can't wait to get the pictures from that. That'll be
that does sound pretty cool.
Super fun.
Well, yeah,
I think each of them has a gargantuan.
Well, I think it's interesting because if you look at the lore from 30K during this right before the Civil War and stuff, they were fighting orcs. Like Horus fought side by side with the Emperor against orcs. So there's plenty of opportunities because you can always play the Horus Heresy, but you can also play the Crusade.
Yep.
Like, why does it have to be just the Heresy? You can also do really cool campaigns against alien races.
And there are cool fan made rules that are for that.
Oh, sure.
That they made for
I
the
would
orcs.
love it because the elves were in that game. Harlequins were running around. There's all that stuff. Genestealers weren't around, but Tyranids were because no, they were because I was listening to a recent thing. So what happened is
I know on the moon there were apparently some Genestealers.
So here's what I'll tell you about.
What I've heard.
I part of the lore, right? This is the lore I was listening to.
This is the lore. I promise.
I promise. So what they did is. Originally the Emperor and Space Marines were fighting a bug-like race. They didn't know what it was. It was just a bug-like race they were fighting. Then later on, scientists were doing testing of the scar marks on some of these Leviathan dreadnoughts and stuff. Okay. And what they found was there was a chemical residue that were Tyranid in origin.
Okay.
And so these acid burn marks and stuff. They were like, okay, so we have fought the Tyranids before, and we defeated them, but this was a very small splinter fleet kind of situation. So I can't remember what Space Marine army fought them, but I just remember that the Emperor and some Space Marines did fight a bug-like race, and it turns out they were.
You're not talking about the planet Murder, are you?
I don't.
Because that was.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think clearly not.
No, I'm not talking about that. This was lore that was getting dove into on YouTube that I was listening to and stuff, and I was like, whoa, cool. So I just kind of steel trapped it into my mind, if you will.
Yeah, right.
So
threw a Pokeball at it.
Yeah. So I don't have all the information, but you could look it up, and I guarantee you're gonna find it because it's just really neat, right? Like that. Yeah. There was a lot going on. Well, they say the reason why the Tyranids are even in our galaxies because of the Emperor when he built that beacon that helps them. Yeah, that they're using. That's the reason why the Nids are here. They're being drawn because of that.
a buddy of mine, Sean, who runs the like the Omaha City Crowd.
Sure.
For Heresy, was telling me that we were both kind of drunk. It was a late night, but he was going on about how there has been some lore that the Tyranids may have known the Chaos Gods before they came to our galaxy.
Interesting. Well, so why would the Chaos Gods be limited to just ours, right?
Exactly, and that we may just be that the true great game might actually just be the Tyranids fighting Chaos, because like the Tyranids have their own splinter fleet that's all about just fighting demons, not Chaos, but like demons specifically.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Kronos. I think is the name of it. But they have so like why would the Tyranids have that?
Sure, unless they've dealt with them before.
Yeah, exactly. So if they're if Chaos is from outside the galaxy, and
or at least or is also outside of the galaxy doing stuff. Well, because think about it, like if you think about the Tau, right? The Tau developed technology very rapidly. They have some source of knowledge that's communicating with them and sent them here. So then it's like
the Tau were made by the Eldar.
Well, no. The Tau are potentially made, or at least improved upon by the Great Ones, the old ones. There we go.
I thought that was pretty established that
I don't think so.
That the Eldar have, or that the Ethereals, the Ethereals like little eyeball on their forehead is like a pheromone thing, and that was all developed by.
I'll have to look into it. I'm not aware.
And
of that part.
maybe I'm wrong. It's the Great One or the old ones. Are you talking the old ones? Is that what you said?
Yes, the old ones.
Okay, maybe I'm getting that wrong.
And then the Tau actually have their own god now, like that's just starting to emerge. Like so when the Tau. So here I'll explain. So the Tau were doing their first attempt at jumping. Right, with the way they do it, they use the space bubble dealio, and they
grab jump, or they do grab slips.
So the first time they were doing that slip, a whole fleet jumped into the warp and were trapped with chaos. And while they were there, a multi-arm unknown entity saved them and threw them back out of the warp, and now is sending a signal through that rip to them. So, and apparently it's becoming. Initially, it was formless. But now, as they're starting to worship it, it's taking form as a multi-armed god who apparently has both the desire for destruction and creation.
Okay.
So this is some other more random lore I've been listening to,
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So it's cool that they're doing stuff like that because, like, there was part of why, like, I kind of got into 30K was because, like, it was new lore, that it was like, it was advancing at least somebody's storyline.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And there is something really to be said about that. But it's really neat. Like there was some lore that went along with the new emissaries from the Tyranids that they were trying to take out Lord Solar, and
Leontis.
Yeah, and while they were attempting it, the Golden Boys, showed up. Yeah, the Custodes showed up and saved him, and put down.
Speaking of the Custodes, there's a cool picture. I dumped all the photos from our event last weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I think tomorrow I'm going to try to get at least a short just kind of video of my story or my army's like story through the weekend.
Sure, yeah.
But there was one game where it was Custodes versus Death Guard.
Oh, nice.
And the Death Guard had a Warbringer Titan.
Oh gosh.
Or the Warbringer,
Yeah.
And the Custodes guy had their super heavy gunship. And it was cool, like, I got this shot of, like, the gunship, like, zooming in, but then, like, there's still this gigantic Titan, towering above it where it's flying.
It sounds wild.
It was a really cool fight, and...
Oh, sure.
I think everyone there had a really good time. It was fun. It was good.
It sounds like it. So that's always
a lot of good... Just...
A lot of fun was had by all.
Oh, yeah. Even my opponents that I, like, kind of stomped through, they still had a good time, and...
Yeah.
I think that's what it's all mostly about, man.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh.
I try not to be the big tournament guy of like, yeah.
Well, I noticed that 40K has a standing, like, not 40K, sorry, 30K has standings within ITC and stuff.
So, well, yeah, they do have tournaments. It's just those people are different. It's like a different crowd entirely than what I'm used to.
Oh, sure. I think you'd like them.
I probably would. Scary enough.
They're kind of they're like your people.
Yeah, they probably would, because I'd be like, well, because I like knowing what's good and
Oh, I was talking out loud. Keep going.
I like talking to Sean.
What kind of pies? Keep going.
I like talking to Sean about like what's good, what's not, and how to. Oh, geez, yeah, I'm just painting up here now.
Yeah, you're painting up so high, but yeah, I hear that. I'm gonna do this.
What are you talking about pies?
Well, your wife said she's baking pies.
Oh yeah, she's making some pumpkin pie.
Oh, pumpkin pies. Oh, nice.
Kurt, who comes and chats, Kurt Smith.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over to his house for Halloween tomorrow. Or for Beggars Night. That's why you guys are looking for us playing tomorrow. We won't be.
Oh, is it tomorrow, Beggar Night? God, it's all
it's
all flying by so fast, and it's just crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna be honoring Beggar Night, hanging out with our families tomorrow. So you're not gonna get to see us. We have some new content out all the same, which is covering strategic play. So definitely check that out. And then this coming Wednesday, I need to figure out what we're doing because I haven't even thought about it. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See if there's any other cleanup. But yeah, we haven't. I've been kind of a little off the October planning, but November's well scheduled.
We've already got, I know, we were just talking, November's scheduled for everybody.
Everything's scheduled. We're kind of getting back on track for sure.
Yes, it's like, it was there's holidays and family stuff to schedule around. And
I mean, for those who know me, I have a tendency to like focus on what I really like, and I'll forget everything else around it. And so my wife has to tap me and be like, "Hey, you love us, right? Let's go do stuff." I'm like, "Oh yes, honey, I'm sorry."
Oh yeah,
because I will do something to the nth degree if given the opportunity. So I have to be careful sometimes. But
I just get lost in time whenever I'm painting down in the basement.
Yep.
That's why I like coming over here and just hanging, because I'm like, okay, I've got like a couple hours, and then like the wife will be calling and being like, "Hey."
Well, at least she knows where you are. She can see you, and there's no question where you're at.
Yeah, what better thing to have your husband do, right?
Yeah.
Than like live stream him
just hobbying
with another man painting. Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with two men just being in a room alone together?
Painting. Well, we're not alone. We have all our friends here. Right? We still got people in the chat. I don't have it on my phone. Yeah, we got people hanging out.
We got people hanging out. Yeah. It's had ups and downs, but yeah, we got people hanging with us. And we appreciate them very much. But
you guys are what make it all happen. You guys watching, hanging out, and talking with us.
Oh yeah,
watching us go through craziness, like.
Oh yeah, it makes it all worth it. So that's for sure. We're all kind of after this hard push we did like a hard 3-month push to get to where we are with over 1,000 subscribers and stuff. We're kind of breathing a little bit because there was a lot of effort put into that, and between the support from our women and everything else, it was just a lot of stress on everybody.
Got to give it back to them, and
Well, once these holidays are over, they're never gonna see us again.
Yep.
Yeah. 10,000.
We're eloping. Yeah, 10,000's the next one.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, it would be crazy if we did that in a year. I mean, it would be like.
Oh my God, yeah.
But but they would require a level of commitment we currently can't do. So we're. But once we get that big, it'll be amazing. Because my goal is to be doing this full time. So
that's the dream, baby. Is
full time, paying bills.
Yep, paying bills, hanging out with you guys.
Oh yeah,
and just having like a good place for people to come and hang out and like do some Warhammering and hobbying. And
what was crazy is like when I was at that event, there was a lot of guys that were and gals that were excited to meet me, and it was great. It felt nice.
Yeah.
And at some point, maybe we'll have a place where people can come and visit, and buy models and play games.
Yeah, maybe our side of town is rather barren of that.
Yeah, it'll be way cool to have that future come true. Then we can just be there.
Man, there's a lot of... I decided, all the eagles should be gold.
Oh, boy.
And now I'm realizing this thing is like 50% eagles. So this is just turning into a gold piece of terrain, I guess.
That's hilarious. You're going to have to have some Seracipium.
I'll have to... I'll have to maybe along the rails.
Yeah.
Because I was like, ooh, skulls. Like all the lines across should be gold. And then now they're... Each archway has 2 eagles.
Oh, it's so easy to get into those details.
Oh my God, yeah. But I think, yeah, like if I do some like washes on, maybe wash the eagles and not the, or wash the railing and not the eagles, so the eagles kind of stick out better.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I feel like that'd be
don't put blue where it doesn't belong. Let's see here. If you make a mistake, just use your thumb or whatever appendage you got that can
there
just get there.
A ton of Q-tips next to.
There you go.
On my own paint desk.
I got 2 more of these guys to finish, and then I'll clean this brush, and then I'll continue because we're at I'm at the halfway point. I've nearly painted 30 of the guys blue. So, and then for those who are wondering, I like to put a little paint on my thumb just to make sure that it's spreading nicely and it's not either too watered down or too thick. So that's what I do. But whatever you like.
I should pick the windows out, like these window frames.
Yeah.
Like silver.
I like silver.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's what I did with the other one on mine.
Okay, yep, there. That'll get us back from, because this was starting to look like a Iowa Hawkeyes.
Oh boy.
Temple, and I did not go there.
Do you have a college degree? I never asked you.
Yeah, I went to Iowa State.
Okay, what did you graduate with?
Which a bachelor's.
Well, I know you have a bachelor's, but in what?
In criminal justice.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that.
And I did get my associate's degree. They had at Des Moines area community. They had a law enforcement.
But you didn't decide to go to the academy then, huh?
Nope. No. I just kind of kept falling into promotions at like where I work. It's gotcha. Just like and they appreciate having a degree, and I'm like, okay, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, having an education, the college education stands for a couple things. One, it shows that you're willing to put in work. Which is huge, and then on top of it, it shows that your education's fairly well rounded. You've got a different insight into a few things that maybe somebody else. And
that was cool. That was why I like, because I always tell people like don't go, like, because I have guys that they come work for me and then move on to law enforcement. I tell them don't go to school for law enforcement because most of them don't care. They just care you have an education.
Yeah.
But at Iowa State, it was more of like an interdisciplinary thing, so we took like business, psychology, and sociology. Oh, that's nice. And so like I had to take like science classes and stuff.
Yeah,
so
well, which is good.
I'm not like a total dummy. Like I may play World Eaters and love them.
Yep.
But I have a pretty well-rounded education.
Nice. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, well, that's the other thing is I work at a nonprofit, so after 10 years, all my bills go away.
Oh, well, that's super good.
So
I still got one more to pay off. So
you got one more?
One more batch of my first degree. I never paid off, so I've got.
Oh, okay.
So I've been really trying to work on it. And,
okay.
It's
hard, man, because
my nursing school,
I don't have to
right
pay
away.
It, right?
Yeah, my nursing school I just focused on because it was a lot of, like I was telling you before, a lot of private loans, and so I worked my butt off to pay those off, and it's really helped my family. But now I've got the last set to go, and it's just with everything, as with everything that happened with the dog and everything, it's kind of set us behind. Mm-hmm. But we'll get there.
Well, that's why you stay ahead on stuff, man. Honestly, if there's any kind of like pro tips I give to people with finances is
okay,
budget and stay ahead.
Yeah. Well, you can't always budget for a sudden $10,000 bill.
Well, but that's why you stay ahead. Yeah. Because you can't, man.
Oh yeah, no.
And life will send you those curveballs, man.
Oh yeah.
No matter who you are, what you do.
Yep.
I should get the big brush. I don't know why I got the little one.
Yeah, especially with that. That is going to be a thing.
Well, I was like, I'll only do just get the big brush out. Get this boy done.
Yep.
Because if I've got like a bunch of scattered terrain, got some little robots, little oil fillers, and a grabber duder. Got those boxes done, or the containers.
Yep.
I've got an even bigger one.
For those who don't know how to clean a brush, we have a wonderful video on brush cleaning. We zoom in a bit, you can see what we're doing. It just makes your brushes last a long time. I will clean my brush a couple times during a session, especially like this large of a session. I will clean it 2 to 3 times, to keep the brush in the best shape, because if the paint gets up into that ferrule, it's not all over if you clean it out really well. But if you're not someone,
have to clean it out really well.
Yeah, but if you're not someone who cleans your brushes, then the brush dead. The brush is real dead. It becomes a terrain brush or basing brush or whatever.
Yeah, you can just give it to me.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. But this stuff from Monument Hobbies is amazing brush cleaner. I use it a lot. So
I ran into just random people, and like I talk about the channel and I tell them like Monument Hobby is one of our sponsors. Like, oh my god, I love that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like they've got a good reputation. It sounds like
they're a wonderful group.
It's more than just us. I guess is my point. It's more than just us, screaming at the top of the rooftop.
Yeah. Well, the thing with them is they took a chance on us. They didn't have to sponsor this channel. They sponsored this channel when we had like 200 subs. You know, but. They believed in us and they supported us and it's been amazing. So I'm a huge proponent of their painting brushes and all that stuff. Their paints are good too. I tend to use what I'm most comfortable with, but there are things in their lineup that I'm a big fan of. Like you'll always see their Bull Titanium White in my collection. This is the best white you can ever get.
Really?
Oh my goodness!
I need a good white to touch up my World Eaters.
Oh, it's a fantastic white. I mean, holy cow! So yeah, definitely highly recommend. You'll always see me painting with their brushes. I've got every brush they make between their artificial non. It sounds like my puppy's nearby. Let me go see what he wants.
Yeah.
Sounds like he snuck by the family and he's down here.
They're slacking.
Oh goodness. It's all good. We'll see what he needs.
Yeah, make sure it's not a
What are you doing, Kaiser? What are you doing? You want to come up here with us? You're kind of an old chill dog. Come on. Come. Yeah, you can come. Come.
Not the young one.
Come. Come on. Why are you worried? I know I don't normally let you in here. Come on. Let's go.
It's a trick.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know if I should believe
you don't let me in here.
Yeah, Kaiser's a good boy. He's super friendly and all that.
Yeah, we don't have any armies out.
Yeah, well, I mean we have that, but he's not one to mess with stuff, so
yeah.
Okay, Kaiser, let's see how well behaved you'll be.
Hey there, puppy dog.
Yep.
Just unhook that.
Yeah, because he's gonna follow me probably.
Hey there.
We don't have a dog camera.
You got a good mustache. You got a better mustache than I could ever get.
Yeah, he's got
which isn't saying much, but
Yep. But hey, you can hang out, boy. You're gonna find another way over here. Oh, you didn't knock that camera. You didn't knock that screen off. Whew. I just realized.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 90-pound dog, so he's good. Hey, Kaiser. Look. You guys can see him making the whole table shake.
Oh my god.
Kaiser, come here. Come here. You big goof. Come here. Just sit. Oh. Yeah, good. Good boy. Good boy, my old timer. He's 11, so.
I was gonna say a mustache like that. He looks like a proper.
He's an old timer. He's a good boy. He harasses a lot when he wants some love, but he's a good boy.
Nothing wrong.
He'll tell you what time. He'll tell you it's time to go to bed. He'll start.
Oh, really?
He'll come up and woof at you, and then he'll walk down the hall. And if you don't follow him, he comes back and does it again.
Like, hey, I said woof.
Yeah, I said it's bedtime, bro. Let's go. But yeah. But out of all my dogs, I would trust him more in here than the others.
Yeah,
he's a little more chill.
Yeah, I've seen the other one.
Yeah, well, they're young hunting dogs. They're just like, we go now.
We go. Is it dead?
Yeah, let's go.
Do you want me to kill it?
Yeah, so it's just one of those deals. But I love my dogs. I'm a huge dog fan. I like cats a bit, but dogs speak my language.
Yeah, I had one dog, and I was a big old baby when he finally passed. So I got broke. I said, nope, no more. I'll have cats that I don't care about.
There you go. Yeah, I mean that makes it a little easier. Like we had a couple cats pass away, and they're my wife's animals, so I didn't feel as bad. But when like with my girl when she got really sick this month.
Oh yeah.
I was bawling and just like, holy cow. So.
All right.
It's hard.
All right. How's that look? Does it look presentable?
Looks actually fantastic. Kaiser's doing his thing.
I could probably do some there's not even really. Oh, there are a bunch of lights. I could do some OSL, but that'd be a little much.
OSL.
Yeah, I did that on this big boy.
Okay.
Which I don't know. I was pretty proud of that build.
Oh, sure.
That thing took forever to build.
You go find Mama. Let's go find Mama. You're all excited now, huh? I'll send you upstairs.
I got in the room. I got in the big kid room.
There you go. Ooh,
I'm a big kid now.
He's excited. Okay, upstairs. Go upstairs.
But yeah, I got this thing all.
Later,
this thing's huge. I'm trying to get. I like big terrain pieces.
I can smell cookies baking upstairs.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's. I did want to get this thing out because I wanted to put some.
That thing's done. Stop doing it.
No, this looks dumb.
That part looks dumb.
Yeah, it looks.
That's questionable.
Which. I don't know. They can almost see it. I made like a dirt patch to the back door. Thanks, and it looks bad.
Oh, I thought Coxer said looking great. I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, probably my stuff, not yours.
Yeah, no, mine. No, it's fine. I don't. Mine are just for tournament level. I mean, I'm trying to give them some love.
Dude, you're doing a good job. I'm honestly, the speed painter in me is going like, what are you doing, bro? Like, slap some purple skin on those guys and call them Genestealer cults.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I definitely could do this faster, but I have a little bit of pride. So,
yeah.
So I give them a little bit of love and all that, but man,
no.
Part of me's been debating, man. Once I finish this year with this company I'm with, that I go back to the hospital floor doing 12-hour shifts. I don't know about this whole working 5 days a week thing.
Oh,
but I don't want to be. I don't want to work weekends. That's the problem.
Yeah, man.
Every third weekend always gets in the way, you know.
Yeah. Well, there's family stuff that comes up. You know?
Oh yeah, and I that's the one thing I have to say. Not working weekends anymore. I love being able to go out and do stuff with the family or have the opportunity to do it. You know, so and all that. So I do appreciate it a lot.
I don't
share about your metallic color you painted. Oh. That's not for me. I think that's for you.
My metallic stuff, I'm just using lead belcher.
There you go.
I got these really cool. JC and Hobby has these army painter dry brushes.
Oh yeah.
And I love these things. They're like super stiff bristles, and they're like cut really short, so you can get
sure.
You know, and they were inexpensive.
Yeah, they're like $20 for 3. It's not.
Yeah, but it just gives because terrain just begs to be dry brush.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just metals and a gray.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something to practice that technique on, that is the.
Oh yeah, buy a terrain piece, or ask your local game store and just be like, "Hey, can I paint that?" Because I think every game store has unpainted terrain.
Oh yeah. And
my gosh.
If you know them, they'll they'll be more comfortable with you taking it. But if you don't, they'll let you paint it there.
Oh yeah, anybody would let you just paint it there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're painting terrain. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah,
that's an easy favor.
Like they'd just be like, "What's the catch? Are you gonna charge us?"
You're like, "No, I want to just practice."
Yeah, right. That's all it is.
Yep. There we go. Getting in here.
I don't know why I'm using that thing.
I don't know. Tell us why.
Because I'm not doing dry brush. I'm washing, so I should use a big brush.
I see what you're saying. Oh man, I'm getting a lot done. I'm loving this.
Good. I tell you what, one of the best feelings is like getting an army painted.
At this point, if I get this army done today, it only took me 7 days to finish this army.
Oh my goodness,
that's pretty amazing.
Jeez,
I've done something like this before, but not this fast. For some reason, I can tell I really like this army because a lot of times you kind of get worn out. If you're painting this much, and you'll take a break for like a week or a couple days or whatever.
Yeah.
But these guys, I'm like motivated to keep going. Like just keep going.
I've been amazed at how much you've been on target with that stuff.
Oh yeah. So they're getting there, and red and blue always looks good together, and a little brown. You guys play any pop-up terrain? Okay.
Ooh,
we actually gave away pop-up terrain from Tabletop Titans actually a couple months back. Yep. So we have a couple thoughts, and I will share that with you because and I've even given Adrian from Tabletop Titans a little bit of a hard time about this. But so pop-up terrain is great for casual play. When you're playing casually, you're not doing tournament stuff, it is fantastic.
But take it to your friend's house.
Exactly.
Right?
It takes up no space.
Throw it in a backpack.
It's really amazing.
Sake,
right? It has weight, but it takes up little space.
Yeah.
But when you're playing competitively, and even scenario-based, where they have like a kind of pre-set up arrangement of where things are, then the terrain fails because it can't adjust to it. You can't scoot a building over. You can't slip something under, and that's where the terrain falls short. But as I've talked to Adrian about their terrain, that they're not targeting competitive players. They're targeting more casual, narrative play, fun stuff.
Yep.
And so if that's what you're doing, fantastic. It will do what you need. You don't have to paint it. You don't have to build it. and it's ready out of the box. So my answer is, if that's what you're doing, get it. It's fantastic, and they have a second batch out now, so you can really vary what you have. So, and Adrian's a nice guy, and they have an amazing channel, so definitely don't hesitate to support them and all that. So keep that in mind.
At Adepticon,
yeah,
in the Horus Heresy room,
yep,
there was actually an entire table that was pop-up terrain.
Oh, nice.
And Adepticon's like a huge event.
It
was part of an advertising thing, but
yep.
It can look really cool.
Yep.
But but again, like I'm coming from, like you said, the narrative side of things, where we don't need specific sizes or anything.
Yeah, so it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. But I think that if you're new and you need terrain now, that's one of the most, that's the least expensive way to go.
That's the way, man.
Yeah, it's the least expensive way to go for sure.
Yeah.
Where otherwise plastic terrain can cost quite a bit, and it's a lot of effort, to use it, not use it, but get it.
You're already trying to paint your first army. Why also paint a bunch of terrain?
Yeah, exactly. So let us know. Hopefully that was helpful information for you. And we'll go from there. But goodness, honestly, I could put them on the table now to comp, and if someone complained, I'm like, dude, there's 3 colors on this.
Yeah, man.
I'm not even gonna hear about it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna finish them. That's what I'm doing. Because then I will feel better.
Basing on? Yeah, you've got some crackle base on them already, don't you?
Yeah, there's some of them have base. I will still have to do base work on them because I'm mixing and matching a bit. But no, they're in general won't take long. And then I just put a little black around the rim, and you're all good.
Okay, that's been my biggest gripe. I put black rim on everything.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is, but I think it looks. And GW does this, so this isn't an attack at any normal people. Why would you have your base be all brown and then have the sides of the base also brown?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't know.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
I guess, and that's
Stop being a fun hater.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being a fun hater. I know.
Yes, thank you. But I would rather invest in models than terrain. Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing. Yeah, just money. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, no matter what, you're going to invest in terrain. But let's say it depends on where you're playing, right? If you're playing at your buddy's house and he's got everything, you don't need to worry about it. If you want to play at your house, then yeah, you're probably going to have to worry about it. But if you're going to a local store to play friends, you definitely don't need to worry about it. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. Like I said, if you're doing gaming time in the garage or something at your place and inviting people over, yeah, you're gonna need terrain.
And I know too, back when, I say back then, but the big group that I play with a lot.
Yep.
The at home gaming.
Yep.
They at one point we were just everybody chip in a little bit of money.
Yeah, especially with a stable group.
Yep. Yeah, and it all stays at Adam's house.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's super easy.
Yeah.
That's one way you can do it. If I don't know if you guys watching are in this scenario, but if you just have a small group and no store to go to, that's a way to go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did the glossy Null Oil. I'm gonna have to.
Oh well, glossy over metallic is fine.
Yeah, but I don't like it. No, I don't. I just bought it because it was all they had. Oh no! So the one time when I was doing recess shading on my World Eaters.
Yeah.
I liked the black gloss because I was just recess shading. I wasn't washing them.
Sure.
And it looked really cool because it kind of made them look like stormtroopers.
I gotcha.
Because stormtroopers kind of have a glossy look to them.
Ah.
And that's what. And I was like, ooh, cool, bad guy on bad guy.
I love it. That's funny.
But
I've used glossy in a few instances. I'm not always a huge fan of it. I prefer matted look for most of my stuff.
Yeah.
But there are exceptions. But yeah, I hear you.
It's cool to do my Demon Angron.
Yep.
I did parts of his wings with a gloss wash to make it kind of look like he's sweating or the flesh just looks more natural. Or I don't know, because there's varying textures in it between the hair tufts.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of sweat and whatnot.
I think it's funny the stir that GW's created with Fulgrim is hilarious right now.
What's the stir?
People, 40Kers are mad. It's not they're like, that model's gorgeous. Why aren't we getting it too? You know what I mean?
Because you guys don't play the better game.
No. So you know,
I didn't realize people were that mad. I mean, I'd heard the joke, but I didn't realize people were really.
I'm really surprised they chose to do him in non-plastic. You know, because it would have been nice even if he was just plastic for the 30K universe. You know, cheapen him down.
Oh,
not a $300 model like he is now.
It's the detail
basically.
in it. That's what. Oh,
I know. He's a beautiful model.
Or the alleged detail.
It's beautiful. Well, from what I've seen, it's a gorgeous model.
Yeah.
But holy cow! Originally, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it no matter what, and now I'm like, nah, I think I'm okay.
Because it's resin, or because it's not for 40K?
It's because it's freaking $300.
Oh, just the price.
Because he would have been a great display model. You know what I mean? And
yep.
And then the thing is, once Fulgrim does get released for 40K, he would have been a great stand-in. You know what I mean? That you would never need to buy the number Fulgrim unless they did something weird with it. Right?
Oh, so, well, maybe that's why they chose to do him in resin.
Yeah.
So people don't just buy him now, and then they don't do what you.
Because 30K wouldn't get him. Like 30Kers would be like, "Where's my model?" And it'd be like, "Oh, well, everyone in 40K bought it for the win day when."
Yeah, because it's meta now, and
when he finally comes out or whatever, you know. So.
And here's the thing: maybe they'll just release rules for him later.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I'm curious.
But his price tag will still make 40Kers mad.
Oh well,
he's so expensive. I mean,
see, I'm just so used to that. I'm like, a Warhound is $800. Like you just
get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it.
And where in 40K it's not the case. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the first 2 assault squads I bought for my World Eaters were $300 for like 20 guys.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. I remember like there was a few streams that I used to watch, and they'd be like, people were like, "Hey, are you gonna play 40K or what you guys gonna do?" And they're like, "We priced out an army and we decided no."
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, 40K is expensive, but not in the same way. So it's tough to be aware of.
Yep. Nowadays, it's a lot more approachable. Like with this new box that I got.
Oh yeah, the new box.
That thing's you buy that in a starter set. I mean, yeah, you're $500 in,
but you got an army.
You have a pretty versatile army, man. Like,
oh yeah.
Then all you're looking at is some Legion specific stuff.
My big question is: are they going to release just jetpacks, or are they going to release jetpack guys? You know what I mean?
So they have the resin. The spoiler squad upgrade, which is just the chain swords and pistols.
Yeah.
And that's a resin upgrade.
Yeah.
But they also said that we tried to get this out as soon as possible because the jump packs are going to take a while. Yeah. So I don't know if those are like a stand-in for
something to hold you over.
Yeah, or like so I don't know if they're going to be if it's going to be a full plastic kit or it might be. I hope it's a plastic kit.
Well, they've been letting Forge World really run. If you will, 30K. So I almost suspect that they'll keep it, and a lot of it over there. But I hope not.
Well, no, a lot of it's coming over to the
little
GW
by little,
side.
But yeah,
like the entire line's over. The only thing the only stuff that's primarily in Forge World is the stuff that is for a specific Legion only.
Okay.
So like your Deathsworn or like your Red Butchers and stuff. Those, they're still Forge World pretty much only.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, so, but you don't have to dive into that side if you can't afford to or don't want to. So.
Yep, exactly. And like you can get a generic, and that's the other thing. Like we all play painted stuff. If you just like think the Space Marines are cool and you want to try the Heresy, you can buy the stuff, buy all the plastic kits, and then eventually, when you choose a Legion, you want to start painting them. You can play with an unpainted army and friendly, just friendly get-togethers.
It's true. Well, friendly get-togethers, nobody cares.
Yeah. And you can just be like, I'm going to try out the Thousand Suns rules. That's fine.
Well, that's a good point, right? You can try out the different armies and see what flavor you like better. So, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. Gosh darn you.
I know.
How dare you have logic?
Well, I make my employees at work sometimes say it. I'm like, say it. And they're like, you're right.
That's funny. I don't know if you're right, but you're having a good idea.
You're onto something. I don't know if you're right.
I'm just so feisty,
Oh yeah.
I'm always I told my boss, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. And she's like, okay, thanks for sharing, Steven.
Thanks for sharing. Shut up. Do it.
I was like, I really don't want to do this, but I will do it for you.
I mean, you're being vocal. That's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I told my boss one time, she was assigning me a job. I'm like, I'm the worst person to assign this to, right? I just want to make that clear. That I would not recommend me as the person for this. Just to be sassy.
Right. Hey, there's nothing wrong with just telling your boss what's up.
Yeah, I like bosses where you can, you're still doing the work they assign you, but you can at least be honest with them or joke around with them. I like to be sassy and joke around, but some bosses get real touchy. They're like, I just want you to say yes, sir, and go.
Yeah.
And me, I'm like, no, sir, but I'm going to go do it now. And just be like having fun that way.
Find a good boss is hard, man.
Oh,
that's a huge challenge.
Yeah, my new boss says I'm not serious enough. I'm like trying to explain to her. I'm like, I've seen thousands of people die in the last 6 years. It's hard for me to be serious about this stuff.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, we're not doing anything that's life or death, and I'm gonna try to enjoy whatever I can.
Because you're in the hospice side.
Well,
now.
was.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
So I just see the world so differently than everyone else now, and it's hard for me to really be serious unless it's required. Like I'm dealing with a patient, then I get serious. But if I'm not working with a patient, I'm gonna joke around and be silly because that's just the way I am.
Well, like we tell our guys at work is like when you're around not coworkers, like it's a show.
Yep.
And you're not going to be yourself. You got to put on a show. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And then
I just realized I kind of painted Christmas colors, green, red.
That's hilarious. You're feeling Christmassy.
I am. The turkey's not even dead. All right, I've got a lot of this terrain done now.
There's a lot of good work getting done here.
There's this thing, but I think we're almost a couple hours. You want to keep going, or
right now I'm not even interested. I have no reason to stop. I'm just going to keep going. I have to keep going because
you kind of have to. Yeah.
Even if I
told my wife I would go.
You stay as long as you want.
Yeah, I told her I would come. I should be home for dinner. That's the only I'm
going to have to take a break at some point, but.
Yeah.
For now, I'm just going to keep painting and
you know what I am going to do?
No idea.
While I am here.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to steal this yellow while I can.
Oh, there you go.
Use it a little bit more.
There you go.
Unless you object.
No, why would I care?
I don't know.
That's
why I asked.
Because
I don't know. I'm ignorant.
Okay.
And I wish to be ignorant
you're
no
ignorant.
longer.
Hello, you're ignorant. But I don't know for those who watch South Park and stuff. It's the right amount of fun that I like.
And
let's see here. Gosh, it's crazy that South Park's still around. Just like
oh my gosh,
it's crazy that freaking the Simpsons are still around. It's like wild. I remember watching the first Simpsons when I was a kid, when it was brand spanking new.
You remember the first Simpsons? Oh man,
yeah. I was a kid back then. I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
I figured you would have been a young man, but
no, I was a kid. That's how long they've been around, dude.
Jeez.
I used to watch them on the Tracy Ullman show when they first were not even a show yet. They were they were like a 3-minute thing they did on the Tracy Ullman show.
Wow.
And then they've got their own like when Fox became a thing and they started their own channel.
Yeah.
They launched them with it. And The Simpsons became a thing as well. And so I've literally been watching The Simpsons as long as they've been around.
Dang.
So I don't actively watch them anymore, but I know they're still around. So and all that. So it's just funny to me that it's like, oh my gosh, they've been around like 30 plus years.
Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're older than me.
So they've been around a long time.
When was the first episode?
I remember. Was
it in the 80s or was it in?
It was in the 80s because I was in high school in the 90s, and this was before high school. So I was living in Massachusetts during that time period. I remember that.
Interesting fact.
So yeah, that's how I'm like trying to relate back to a time
that's how
period,
memories work, right?
Yeah. I was like, I was here during this time. So yeah. Yeah, I'm an old East Coast boy originally. Most of my life, young life, was raised on the East Coast. But then eventually we came out to the West Coast and all that. So, yep. I used to think that's why I was such a defiant person, because in the East Coast, they're always like, "Don't tread on me" and all that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's like, no, it's just me.
I have been here my entire life. I just moved across town. That's all. That's the most I ever did.
That's funny. Yeah, people. That's a lot of people's lives.
Man, I tell you what, this Des Moines is a big, small town.
Well, it's grown quite a bit.
Yeah, it's just you got everything you want. We got a bunch of targets.
Yeah, and we're in striking distance for a lot of good places to visit and stuff. And
yeah, like Chicago, Kansas City, and that's where like a lot of like events are for Warhammer.
Oh yeah,
that. Like I think you were talking, I think the last time we were hanging about how you want to put like a 6-hour limit on your like events you go to, and I'm like, that's not much of a limit, man.
Oh, for driving distance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not much of a limit at all, like in this area.
Yeah, it still gets me to a lot of great events, but then I'm not going to the coasts so much.
Yeah,
and that stuff. Where it's more of a struggle to get things done. I really do like having a car with me, and I don't want to rent, and you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
When I was in Europe, it didn't matter because the trains and everything were so easy and convenient and affordable. But here, it's not that way. You know, like not the same way. So Europe's got the non-vehicle life figured out.
Oh yeah,
you can get around so easy, and I loved it. So Europe is a great place to visit. And if you're afraid about different languages, go to England. They speak the same language as us, and they're pretty friendly people for the most part. I didn't experience any negativity when I was there. Everyone was very nice to me, and apparently I look English, so that's nice. When I was there, the guy was like, he was just talking to me, you know, like he's like, hey, you got a couple pounds, you know, and I was like, sorry, man, I got. He's like, wait a minute, you're American? I was like, that's cool. It's nice to be like seen as a local, right?
Right.
I was like, I'm fitting in.
Yeah, you're not like immediately a foreigner.
Yeah, I don't just stand out obvious. Yeah, I do like that. Well, heck, I remember when we were visiting the Netherlands, and some dude just walked up to me speaking to me in Dutch.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm sorry, I don't speak Dutch. He's like, oh, sorry. He's like, and then he was like, do you got money? I'm like, I do, but not for you.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. The nice thing about like England is, and Europe in general, is they got hostels that are like $10-15 for a night to stay there. Wow. So you can really go to Europe if you're willing to just bunk at certain places. You can save a ton of money.
And just yeah,
you know, you can in a sense rough it. You know, you're not spending $1,000 a week or something.
Right.
You can easily go the cheap end. So I like that about Europe.
Yeah, traveling around the States can be kind of pricey.
Oh yeah, and as someone who grew up poor, I'm not too proud.
Yeah, you don't need like anything more than just a cot and.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I have guys who are like, I remember the first time I was going to a Warhammer event, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna sleep in my car. I don't know, my truck, you know? I was like, I'll just throw a sleep bag in there, bro. And he's like, bro, why would you do that? I'm like, because it's cheap. I'm like, why would I worry about it? And then they're like, no, just come and stay with us. And I'm like, fine. I was like, I was just going straight homeless style.
Honestly, like, just take a good shower before you go.
Well, yeah, and then
it's not like you're running there. You can just, you're gonna stay. You're not gonna be pitting out in your car, getting all stinky and stanky.
Well, plus we weren't in the summer; it was fall, so it was, easy weather. But but sometimes people remind me that I shouldn't do what I used to do when I was young. And it's
yeah.
Dude, when I drove back to Reno, I just slept in my car. I didn't even stay in a hotel.
I've been thinking about going to Renegade next month, and I was like, ugh.
Where's Renegade?
Renegade is in like Minneapolis.
Oh, okay, and up north. Nice.
Yeah, it's like a 4-hour drive, but I was like, why not just? I had the same thought. I was like, why not just sleep in my car? Because like,
wintertime might be a little rougher, but yeah, especially in Minnesota. But
get a good sleeping bag.
Yeah, if you get a 0-degree sleeping bag, you can do it.
Yeah,
easy. But no,
and it'd be like one night.
Oh,
it's like
if you're doing one night, who cares?
Yeah,
I agree with that. Sometimes it is nice to sleep in a bed, though. I have to say, now that I've been sleeping in beds, when I go to these events, it is nice.
Yeah, there's something nice also, like if you're staying at the hotel that like an event's at.
Yeah,
that gets really nice.
Yeah, because you're just walking right down there. Yeah, good to go. No, I agree with that.
Man, what should I do to this top? To break it up.
I'm gonna have to look.
More gold. So I got some yellow tanks. I'll probably do red and like a green.
That's a good question. I don't see any reason to do gold, but maybe a darker silver if you had it.
A darker silver.
Yeah, just to give it like a color.
Oh, like maybe just wash like the grading parts.
Well, no, I'll show you. I've got a silver over here that you might be interested in. It's like steel, it's like a Steel Legion or whatever the hell it's called.
Okay.
Not great. This one's gray night steel. We're not looking for that. Here it is, Iron Hand steel. It's a.
Oh.
See what you think of it. It's a airbrush style, but
okay,
it might be of interest. Give you just different shades of silver on the roof, but
yeah.
I mean, you could definitely do gold, but it's hard to say, right?
Yeah, I don't want everything being gold. I just figured this thing's like a chapel.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's go gold.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is pretty dark, isn't it?
Yeah. You can always try it on the stairs first. Or
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice. Gosh darn. It's amazing how much I've painted, but I gotta keep going.
Ooh.
Keep going.
Yeah, this isn't showing.
It's not doing it well enough. Okay.
I think if I do some like different spot washes, I think that'd be kind
of. Yeah, try it. Yeah, I was just an idea. I didn't know how good it would actually be, but
you know what? Too. I know I already put yellow on the model, but maybe like the center like grading here, doing yellow.
You could do the classic hazard stripes there if you were really desiring.
You got masking tape?
I do. I have it over there.
Oh yeah, you did say you had masking tape earlier.
Yeah, because that would definitely stand out and look great.
Yeah, but it's best to you base coat it yellow. Yeah, so I need to just do the whole thing yellow.
Sure.
Right, and then you put your tape down.
Well, you could paint it black and then just go over and then do then white and yellow or whatever. There's a lot of ways to do it. Yes.
Yeah, right. I think it's easier to do the yellow first.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. No reason to worry about it.
All right, we're doing it.
Okay, do it.
Because you're like, here, use this yellow. Let's use it.
Let's use it.
And it's terrain, right? This is like the whole point is like trying something new.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
All right, big brush is out.
Let's see here. Probably will take a little bit here.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably get this yellow down.
Yep, I'm gonna take a little. Well, yeah, I'm gonna probably take a breather too. I'm just gonna get all this blue on, but I don't have to do that on stream. But once I get the blue done, I definitely am feeling like really close to being done, because then all that's really left is putting out the lead belcher across it, and then doing some shading and washes and dry brush real quick, and pretty much done outside of skin.
Nice. And that'll be huge. And skin's just what, washing?
It's just a shade paint.
Or a shade, yeah.
And then I wash it if it comes out a little dark in certain, or not wash it, but dry brush in a few spots. So you bring the color.
Get old hair from the wife on the terrain.
There you go. Good. That's how it goes. This is that model I was mad about. I remember this. This one, like I was trying to. It was a last second paint, like prime model.
Oh.
Because Genestealers, here's the hard part about playing Genestealers. They don't give you everything you need in the box to make multiples of these guys. Like you get one of these grenade launchers, and you get one seismic cannon, you get one heavy stubber, and one, you know. So for you to be able to truly build it the way you need, you have to buy a lot of boxes.
Ew.
And so it is considered the most expensive army out, along with AdMech.
AdMech, really? Oh, it's just because all those robots are expensive.
Yeah. So, but this one is just straight expensive. There's no real getting around it.
Should I go over top? Should I do this, the bumpy part, or just the inset? I think just the
I think just the inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems logical. But yeah, get these boys done.
I know Mechanicum and 30K are also like, they don't have any plastic mod. Well, they have some. You can use some of the Mechanicum 40K stuff.
Yeah, they have some, but mostly it's all Forge World, and it's.
Yup.
And I know a lot of people complain because they have some of the coolest models that are in Forge World only.
Oh yeah, they do. The Mechanicum 30K are wicked cool, man.
Yeah, they've got amazing stuff, and they can't even play them in 40K. So it's crazy.
You used to before 8th edition.
Oh yeah.
8th edition ruined everything. It ruined my relationship with. I mean, honestly, like all jokes aside, like.
Yeah.
It was nice being able to play like my Heresy army against.
Oh sure.
Regular
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no more.
Yeah. Now we have to make our own. I need to shoot you those orc rules too, because next year for Horsey House.
Yep.
We kind of did an impromptu vote, and we're gonna do the Olenor Crusade.
Okay. Cool.
So the where the Emperor fought with all the Primarchs.
Yeah.
Against a bunch of orcs.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be way cool. That would be cool. Let's see here. Okay.
Oh, maybe use a brighter yellow. Maybe let that dry, then go over it with a brighter one. So it contrasts with the tanks a little too.
Yeah, I think
the fuel tanks.
I think that'll be good. That's probably wise. Wise beyond years.
But I need to get this. This is a really good base coat yellow.
Yeah, it really is.
At least from Citadel. I just do the Citadel colors out of convenience.
Oh yeah, you can find them everywhere.
Yeah, it's just they're in the store that I'm playing at.
Yep.
You know, and that's.
Oh yeah. I do appreciate it, but Yeah, it's whatever you got. I mean, we'll always shout about how good Monument stuff is, but you paint with whatever you got. I still have tons of Citadel stuff that I have to get through, and I might as well use it up before I even really fully change over.
But I will say, stuff like black and white paints, like and even yellows, I'll have to see if they've got a good yellow. Those type of hard to paint with colors that I do buy from other companies.
Yeah, because sometimes they just have a better pigment ratio and stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Nope, I agree with you.
Oh yeah, I like this.
Well, what I like about Monument Hobbies is it's all made here in the U.S. So you're supporting a U.S. company. You're supporting people, your own countrymen and women who are making this products, right? I mean, it's all good when you do it. It's nice to keep some of the U.S. dollars here instead of going to England.
So. Yeah, right. Yeah, when the game is all English.
Yep. Oh, man. Let's see how many more I got left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do these in batches of 4. It'll be easier to count, right? Or even batches of 5 wouldn't be so bad. Wouldn't be bad at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 20 more guys to put blue on. Woo!
So right, I like that contrast.
No, that looks real good over that.
Yeah, that does. Okay. All right, now I think it's
in the right place.
Let it dry down and then get some masking tape.
Yep.
All right, you ready to take a break, brother?
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little break, spend time with the family, eat some dinner. But hey, I want to thank everyone who is here, who's been chatting.
Yeah.
And as always, supporting us. As I'm really going to eventually break this box. But, but as always, thank you so much. Don't mind me. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.